Oh god.
Oh, weep, grog, no, weep, nitty bong, my fellow addicts. This is TFA 1024, the Transformers Addict, coming back at you with yet another TFTC. This is episode number 62, and in this episode, we're going to be talking about the Bumblebee trailer. With me tonight, I have my reoccurring guest stars and, of course, my co-admin, Cyborg. Feel free to introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Matthew, or Cybergraptor, whatever you prefer. I am the co-admin to this channel and also the co-creator of Console Crabs. Check out that as well.
We also have my buddy Transforming Normality.
What's up, y'all? It's Michael / Transforming Normality. I am back from my hiatus pretty much. I am working on episode 3. Check that out when it comes out, please. Hello, goodbye.
Our very, very long disappeared reoccurring guest, Fluffy Hub.
I am Tyler / the Fluffy Hub. I do stop motion, and I'm going to mute myself, and I'll be back in a little bit.
Okay, another one of my reoccurring guest stars who hasn't been on TFTC in a little while, Explicit.
Oh, I'm Explicit. I do stop motion, so yeah.
And we have a couple of new guest stars. So, Extra, would you like to introduce yourself?
I've actually been here a couple times before. I'm Emerald Prime Animations.
Oh, shit. Well, I might have forgot. Sorry.
All right. I'm Emerald Prime Animations. My friends call me Extra. Little known guy around the Transformers community, doing some stop motions and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I done derped again. See, that's a thing that happens every episode. I hate that. And we have Stockade, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
My channel is really dead right now, but I'm trying to bring it back. Yay, sub to me.
And technically, we have Prowl 1005 Productions, but unfortunately, he's having tech issues, so he can't really be here, unfortunately. But you are in the live chat, so hello to you.
He might join later on, and he
Possibly. Oh, I see a face.
I see a face as well.
Stay away. Don't look at my face.
It's
Turn off your
working.
camera, fool.
We can hear him.
Yes, we actually have audio. Okay. Prowl.
Yes.
Wait,
Introduce
but
yourself.
no, here's the. Oh, I'm Prowl1205. Here's the bad thing. It has this thing that says open app again or send feedback. So I can't turn the icon on.
I see. Well, we'll just stare at a wall.
That's a very nice ceiling you have there.
Nice bunk bed.
Okay, just put
I
it
love
together.
that.
I want a bunk bed. I've always wanted a bunk bed. Those things look fun.
I have a bunk bed. I always
Okay.
bump my head whenever I wake up.
Couch. Wait, yeah. So this is episode 62. We're going to talk about the Bumblebee trailer. It came out this Tuesday. It came out very early this Tuesday. Good God.
And
Like
he's gone.
3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't expect that. God, I
came
was
out at
asleep
12
by
for
then
me.
because it's like I was on Skype with my buddies, and I passed out around 12 because I watched Power of the Primes episode number 6, and then I went
That's
to
honestly
bed.
a really good episode.
Yeah, that was honestly a really good episode. And then the trailer came out, and apparently, like, when I woke up at like 6:30 in the morning, because also my buddy Caleb, for those of you who don't know him, I mentioned him multiple times. He's gotten me like Triptychon, Lyle Kaiser, Power of the Primes, Wave 2 Deluxes, and a bunch of other stuff. He has finally come home. He is home from the army from injury, which I could tell the story about that. It's very quick. But the military has an obstacle course, at least at the fort that he was at, had an obstacle course, had a rope climb of 3 stories high,
Ooh.
and he lost grip and fell.
Yikes.
So what happened was, and this is his words, not mine, he had the choice to either land on his neck, killing himself, on his back, crippling him for good, or on his legs. He chose his legs, so his feet pretty much are like the 2 biggest bones in his feet shattered in like a spiderweb effect. They're done.
Oh.
And yet
How
somehow
long will it
this
take for him to
motherfucker...
recover?
What?
How long will it take for him to recover?
2 years, 3 months.
Oh my god.
That's with
Yikes.
that's with rehabilitation.
Ooh.
If he doesn't get it, it could be longer. But the way he told me that the way the bones broke was picture like a spider web effect with like a windshield breaking.
Yikes.
Yeah,
That sucks.
the 2 biggest bones in his feet.
So basically,
So
without
will
the
he be in
bone.
like a wheelchair?
he has crutches, but he doesn't even use them. He actually has like a brace on one of his on his foot, and then one is fine. But somehow this motherfucker managed to walk 18 miles.
Man, I can't even walk 18 miles with like
Because when
normal.
he came home, he was in Dade City, Florida, which is roughly about a 30-minute drive from where I'm at. And he walked all the way down to the Super Target, which is 19 miles away from where I'm at. So, yeah. And then he met us up at Walmart, and I got to see him. And he looks like he's doing well. He hasn't, it wasn't that much of an adjustment for him to get back into civilian life. But I'm
I
really
just gotta
happy
say, he's one tough motherfucker.
Caleb is one of the toughest, toughest people I know. He's gone through a lot.
Is this your brother?
No, this is just a friend of mine I've known for about 9 years now because I've known him since middle school.
Well, he made a good call, landing on his feet instead of his back or neck.
Yeah. I'm really glad he's okay. But unfortunately, now he might be moving again, despite the fact he just came back. So I'm a little.
That sucks.
Yeah, it kind of hurts. Because it's like, I don't have any other friends around here. If I do, they're in Newport Richie or they're in Tampa or what's the other one? There was another one, but I can't remember the name of the area. Just know they're just out there. So it's like, yeah, we can hear you. See your face too.
Oh god.
That's a nice feeling.
So.
Okay, you're
but
staring
yeah,
at my Suicide
that out
Squad
of the way. His name on YouTube here is The Night Gamer. He recently just did a live stream, so if you guys want to, go check him out. I strongly recommend it. He does some pretty good videos for almost being an amateur Jacksepticeye / Markiplier. He's pretty good. And fun fact, I was the one to actually create his channel for him.
Ooh.
So I was the one that actually got him on YouTube. He never had the means to do it, so whenever I had a computer, I let him use it. Whenever he lived with us a couple of years ago, he lived with us for a few months, and I set up the account and everything. So go check him out, Night Gamer. Become one of his knights of the gaming table.
Oh.
That's actually a really cool phrase.
Well played indeed.
We can still see your face, bro.
I don't care. You're gonna look at it whether it's hideous or not.
You have more hair than I do.
So anyway,
I shave my hair.
Fine, look at Nitro.
Bumblebee trailer came out Tuesday, very early. I was asleep, so I did a reaction. Yes, I know a lot of people were probably gonna be like, "Oh, you're not gonna do, you're gonna do a reaction. You say you're not, but you are." Yeah, I did it, but it's gonna sound kind of like a douchey thing to do. I did it specifically because one, I wanted to really contribute to the community, and then also Alfonso, who is a good buddy of mine. I've known him for a little while. He's a really cool dude. He said he was doing a mashup of all kinds of YouTubers doing the reaction to Bumblebee, and mine was the blandest out of all of them. Everyone was getting so excited, and I'm just there like, okay.
Pretty sure Spark Studios made.
There's my boy Starscream. I know him. It's just.
Oh yeah.
So I contributed to that. Plus, I also asked people here, or I asked people on Instagram if they wanted to see one or here on YouTube or not. And the vote was pretty much unanimous, aside from like 4 people who just, didn't want to see a reaction. But that's the only one I am doing on YouTube. I am not doing any more reactions. If I do, I will make them, unless there's another mashup, and I will share it. That is the only way you'll get to see them. I'm not putting them on my channel anymore. I don't like doing reactions. I kind of did them for TLK because it's like I was super amped for that movie. I was excited, and they got really good feedback as well. But no more. I'm not doing any more reactions. That was the only one you're getting. But we will talk about it in TFTC, but no more reactions from me. I'm just going to say that right now. So I'm sorry to disappoint.
So no Instagram specials?
Instagram exclusive reactions, yes. But I'm not doing any on YouTube. Okay. No more.
Cool.
So yeah, the Bumblebee trailer was pretty much why I expected. That's really why I wasn't exactly too hyped for it. It looks great so far. Cyborg, if you want to, you can actually pull up the HD screenshots.
I didn't even know what to expect from it, honestly. And when I saw it, because I had no expectations or no standards, I was blown away because I didn't know what to think.
See, I already went on my Bumblebee rant last episode. I'm not going through it again, but I will just say I didn't have expectations, high expectations for this movie. But after seeing this trailer, yeah, I got a little bit of hope in there for me now. To which
I said in that previous stream, yo, I know you. after the trailer, you'll have a different opinion.
But not dramatic, like not drastic.
Not dramatic. I wasn't
It
expecting. I'm not saying. I didn't say it was dramatic. I'm just saying, like, I know for sure because like you
I
had
actually
no.
meant
You
to
had,
say-
yeah.
I
Okay.
meant
All
to
right.
say drastic. Not dramatic. I meant to say drastic. Like not a drastic amount, but yeah, it did change a little bit because it's like now
I'm
I
gonna
get
go on mute for about 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm still gonna be on the call though.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, I got to see what the movie's gonna be like now because when I just first heard the title, I'm just like, God damn it! You already had your own series twice because you're getting your second one in Cyberverse. You don't need it, but I mean, it's a kids show, so I'm not gonna complain. And I was just skeptical because it's like, how are you gonna make a movie focused on Bumblebee? I mean, yes, it's gonna be kind of like an MCU sort of thing because it's like, okay, you have Iron Man. He's the character centric of this one. You got your main villain, which was Ironmonger, and similar things gonna be happening here in Bumblebee, where it's gonna be Bumblebee's gonna probably go up against Starscream and Barricade, because there's only possibly gonna be like 4 Transformers in this movie, according to what Rage Nation said on his
Optimus is
Instagram post.
confirmed.
What?
Optimus is confirmed.
Is he confirmed? I
We
don't think he's ever been
know
confirmed.
Optimus is confirmed
No.
to be in the movie.
The voice, yeah, the voice actor, Peter Cullen has been announced to do a voiceover for the film, but that doesn't mean anything. It could be a flashback. It could be just a
Probably gonna be a
transmission.
TV channel.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, also, I mean, the possibility of him showing up is also big. I mean, like, I don't think they really care about this point about, like, continuity of when's Optimus Prime actually show up in the movies. I don't think anyone really cares at this point. But I do want to say, like, so far, when it comes to confirmed characters, the
I'd
only
say it's
ones.
only Bumblebee, Barricade, Starscream.
Yeah, I would say, like, Bumblebee, Starscream. I may not even say Barricade yet because there's no, like, I mean, yeah, go ahead, Jess Harnell can say, yeah, I voiced Barricade. But, like, not, like, I say don't say officially confirmed until either we see it in a trailer or it's announced through Paramount or Hasbro.
I'm personally gonna say that Barricade is in this film.
Like for sure he will, like most likely will show up. But I'm just saying, like, I say right now, like for me, like whatever, I won't say who's gonna show up until I officially like see a promotion for it.
So basically, you personally would not confirm Barricade is in this film.
Confirm? No, I expect him to be in the movie, especially like because like I said in the past live stream, the only reason like we're saying Barricade is in the movie is because someone at a Comic-Con asked Jess Harnell, "Hey, are you recording Barricade for the next Transformers movie?" And he's like, "Yeah, like I'm always recording for Barricade for the Transformers movies because movies are always a big hit." I don't know if I don't know if like I've met Jess Harnell. I'm pretty sure that guy's mind is always somewhere else. I'm not saying he's like weird. I'm just saying like he could totally just be like, "Yeah, I voiced Barricade. Next question." He may not even know that he's talking about that he's voicing a character for an upcoming movie.
I think it's safe to say Barricade's going to be in it because I personally think Barricade, and a lot of people probably might not agree with me on this, I think Barricade is pretty much Bumblebee's rival. Granted, a rivalry doesn't have to be super intense or everything. Barricade did have some beef with Bumblebee in the first movie, and even in the third movie, and in the fifth movie. They were always seen fighting together. Granted, it's not an established rivalry properly, but it's there. And I think it would only make sense for Barricade's archenemy to be in his own movie.
I think that Barricade's not going to show up at all, despite everybody thinking he is. That's my call.
I want Barricade to be in this movie, honestly. I like him. I can't get enough of good old Capcom.
I'm curious because like with even the trailer, it's showing a very much of the story of a Iron Giant-esque girl and robot befriend each other.
Mm-hmm.
The government's involved. I'm curious, like, how involved are the Decepticons? Like, because we see that we have Starscream, and we also have of the other like robots. There's possibly Barricade, and then there's the Plymouth. I always forget the name of the car. The red one.
The Plymouth GTX, I think.
And apparently that's a female Decepticon. Through only because like someone saw a red female Decepticon in the CinemaCon. So we have Barricade, female Decepticon, Starscream, and then may or may not be Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
It really triggered me that nobody filmed the CinemaCon footage.
I'm pretty sure
I
like
get that.
I think the reason why
security
they
is
did
pretty
that
tough.
was because security was pretty tight and they could get in they could get in legal trouble. Because that's the
Well,
same thing as pirating a movie.
Like there was a time where a man took a picture of the guy filming for the DC film Shazam, and he got in real like big trouble with WB Warner Brothers. It's
Oh, wow.
so like it's very like dangerous. If you do it, like, you're putting yourself in a big danger.
Yeah,
Hashtag don't do it, kids.
it's not wise. It really is not wise to do something like that because these companies, they don't want you to know this stuff until promotion for it is out. You know, leaks with Hasbro and toys and such is one thing, but this is a full-fledged, highly budgeted entertainment industry. They have lawyers. They will make sure they get, compensation for the leaked information, the leak, fuck. I'm trying to think of the words and it's not coming to me, but you get what I mean. The leaked material is what I mean. They'll make sure that they get their money back. So it's not wise to do that sort of thing. I know for Transformers: The Last Night, people did that because people who attended CinemaCon, who were treated to like a scissor reel, ended up somehow managing to record these, the scenes with like Crosshairs and Bumblebee meeting Cogman and.
Oh yeah, I watched.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
at least that wasn't CinemaCon. That was the fan event.
I thought that was also. No, I think it was also.
Because like I remember like since I went to the event, I wanted to see the footage again. And I looked online, like that's where people footage, because that's a different situation where like it's a bunch of theaters out in the U.S. Recording that because you can't stop a bunch of hundreds of people seeing it. Like we're sitting on a few select people, where that was just a fan event where hundreds of people.
Well, I also know CinemaCon showed that same footage there. So I think you're right, the fan event, but it was also the same footage.
Gotcha.
But yeah, let's go
talking
and get a look at those HD screen caps. We'll start with the first one before the Paramount logo, where it was a forest setting with that bright shadow, that bright light.
What are we talking about?
The Bumblebee trailer.
Bumblebee.
Oh, okay. I wasn't here for a while. I was trying to figure all this out.
Yeah, I got the message. Extra. Thank you for letting us know.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
Oh, thank God. Finally works. After adding 5 accounts.
Who's extra mobile? Oh,
Yeah, it's
never
me.
mind.
Wait, Tyler.
Wait, so which one am I going to? The one with the silhouette?
Yeah, the one with the silhouette.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like all smoky.
Yeah, he's in the forest.
You know who I think the silhouette is?
Hold on, we'll talk about it when he gets it up.
I think it's Sky Gary.
Oh, you just wait, Michael. You're gonna hate me when I say who I think it is.
He's probably gonna say Beast Wars. Iron
Yeah,
Man, so I'm
it's
just
gonna be Beast Wars
rip it
Iron
out.
Man.
Yep.
You're still
Where's our
doing that?
It's gonna get old after a while. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest.
Wait, what does
I don't know.
he
Every
mean?
time I get on this,
Iron
that's the first thing I think of.
You've been doing that for years.
Mark, I did not get anything from you on Hangouts. I don't know what's up there, but I can't even add you. Okay, now I got it, but I can't add you because we're already full. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're full, dude. I can't. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it was full until just now because it was saying, "Oh, there are only 6 of us in this group chat." But now it's like, okay.
I had to kick like 5 of my accounts.
Mm-hmm. Well, actually, well, you can have multiple people in the text chat, but on this actual thing, we can't.
I thought you could have 10.
Technically, wait, how many more of you? 7 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, until
Okay, yes.
the thing's full.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
it's
it goes up
it's
to
Cyborg.
10.
Cyborg's not showing up. That's why. So yeah. Sorry, Mark.
Yeah, that's 10.
I know you were
How
just
do
in
you
a
get an
stream with someone.
icon?
I know you were in a stream last weekend, I think, or last week, whenever it was out.
I was too. I was in at the beginning and then I left.
What now?
Cyborg, do you have the? Oh, you do. Okay, I didn't
I do.
realize.
Yeah.
So yeah, I still had my thing focused for some reason. Anyway, okay. So Nacho Supreme 69 is thinking that it's just Bumblebee in his what is it, S7 Jeep form. I don't think so. I kind of want to say this might be his proto form because it looks very round.
Same.
It honestly just. looks like
So,
a
are you
platform.
saying? Do you think that we're going to see him land in this movie?
I think we're going to
Yes.
see him land in this movie. Yes.
So, do you think it's going to we're going to neglect the Last Night's canon?
Probably.
No,
If
wait
it's
a
a
minute.
soft
No,
reboot,
wait a minute.
Oh, get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah, now that you brought that up, I totally forgot because this is taking place after World War
Yeah.
II will be.
That's-
Okay. Yeah.
so, because and also, I do notice that see, with his arm here, if there is this crease, like a edge. So
it's like
as you
the
can
squared off edge.
exactly in the Jeep form, his arms are
Okay.
more square.
Yeah, I just realized that now. God.
Which I'm curious about because, I'm curious if they're going to follow. There's three canons they can follow here. They can follow canon 1, where it's it's anything from the first trilogy.
Mhm.
Canon 2, it follows the Last Night's thing, where the Autobots have been on Earth way longer than anyone known.
Or
Or
canon 3 goes in its own direction.
Exactly, it's a reboot. Which at this point it's still it could be either one.
I mean,
Yeah, I agree.
Paramount and Hasbro sort of said that this reboots the franchise, but with the fact that they did Bobby Bolivia's audio,
That could just be a
it still
callback,
connects
though.
to the movieverse. So it's a soft reboot, similar to how Age of Extinction kind of was supposed to be a soft reboot from Dark of the Moon and so on. It was.
I was watching a video and a analysis trailer, and apparently one of the cast members in the movie has been credited as a character from the series Mask. It's a very small name for the character in the series, but honestly, I found that little fact, so that's just sharing with you guys.
What was the character?
Something Dunes or Calhoun's. I can't remember. I can't remember the video I saw it, but he showed a visual representation. So apparently, so that's just a thing. Apparently, one of either a member of Sector 7 or just one of the characters is casted as a character with the same name as a character from the Hasbro property Mask.
That really raises some questions because they said that they're gonna make a Mask movie in this new cinematic universe.
That's right. So far, cinematic universe line goes G.I. Joe. Well, we don't know if it's part of cinematic universe, but also Dungeons and Dragons is the movie they're making. But besides that, we got G.I. Joe, Rob the Space Knight, Micronauts, and Mask.
I wonder if this is connected with those, with Mask and those movies.
That's the thing. That's the whole thing. Is that if people are saying if this is the reboot, this is for sure the beginning of the Hasbro cinematic universe. But honestly, I personally think they made this movie, especially with the reshoots they just did. I think they're gonna make this movie it could be any of them. I just think this movie's gonna come out and then whatever they like, they'll be like, cool, it's the beginning now, or cool, it's part of the MCU. Sorry, the Transformers Cinematic Universe, and then the series is over now. Thank God.
Imagine if it was a part of the MCU.
As far as we know, the Hasbro Cinematic Universe for ROM and the Mask is not canceled, as far as I know.
Yeah, they recently it was announced way a while back that ROM and Mask was canceled, and then both properties were recently in their own articles. First was ROM, then Mask, but they were both back up for production.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. I believe for G.I. Joe, with 2020 is G.I. Joe and Micronauts, and 2021 is 2020 is G.I. Joe and Dungeons and Dragons. 2021 is the Micronauts and then an untitled property, which a lot of speculation is that untitled property is wrong.
Or Power Rangers. Power Rangers.
I don't know if it's possible they could, but I don't think it's
maybe in
gonna
the future, not right away, because technically the Transformers movie franchise is starting to restart again because, like I said, this is going to start pretty much a brand new franchise. I mean, this might. How do I explain this? They can technically start a brand new franchise and still connect it to the 2007 movie if they really wanted to and go from there. Because it's like, for all we know, the next movie after Bumblebee, it could be like another spin-off. It could be like Starscream, or it could be a pre-Cybertron movie. Who knows?
Like, and also Hasbro and Paramount are being very smart, and they're choosing their words wisely because they never said reboot. They've said the word reset, which doesn't. It's not. It's not the word reboot. There's could be different. Different meanings. So far they never said, and they also didn't. I noticed that they never said canceled Transformers 7. They canceled Transformers 7's date. So I totally think that they have no idea what's going on, and they're going to wait until after this movie. I said that multiple times. I'm going to keep saying it. I think they're going to wait until Bumblebee's results are in, and then they'll continue to either make a 6, make a reboot, make a whatever.
Yeah, because that makes
so Transformers 7's date is only canceled.
The dates can't that's why I saw in an article's name it was the Transformers 7's date canceled. I don't know I still don't know if it mean maybe they say that Transformers 7 is canceled, but I just saw in an article's name that the date was canceled.
They would have had to start filming already if they wanted it to come out at that time. I mean,
yeah, exactly. So I think they canceled it just because once again they don't know what they want. I think way back when they said reset the franchise, as in they want to take the franchise to a new direction. Doesn't mean new continuity, just saying a new direction. Like Bumblebee, for instance, is an obvious new direction of the franchise.
And here's another thing. I think that they don't want to go ahead and give you this idea that, oh yeah, after the Bumblebee movie, we're going to make this and that and this and that. But then the Bumblebee movie ends up being terrible, and then they don't know where to go with the franchise.
Exactly. Because that was their mistake with doing that with The Last Night. They announced 3 movies before The Last Night, but guess what? The Last Night failed. So they're like, crap, we gotta think about this next time.
Yeah, because they didn't anticipate the feedback for. They didn't anticipate the feedback from the audience for The Last Night. A lot of people may have enjoyed it, but a large majority of the general did not enjoy it. As a movie.
They might do it where right now it might be part of the Bayverse, but if it does really good, it might kickstart the reboots.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they could do it that.
I mean,
so
I don't. Yeah. I don't know. I don't mind if it is if it does let's say this is good and they're like cool, and let's just use this team to work on 6. So then 6 is good. Then hey, I mean, I don't think that would happen, but it's just a possibility as well.
I'd say just hold on to the hope that there still might be a chance later on to the future that we might actually get a proper conclusion to the movieverse. Because, like Cyborg, you just said, and everyone take this with a grain of salt. We're not official Paramount, Hasbro associates. I mean, I wish we were. That'd be fucking awesome. But take all this with a grain of salt.
We wish.
You a Merry Christmas.
So who knows? We might actually get a proper ending. But yeah, so screw the protoform thing. That didn't. This isn't a thing. Let's move on
but once again, it could be a possibility because we don't know anything. That is a good point. His arm is kind of square, but then again, maybe his protoform's arm square as well. So it literally it's so well hidden, we don't really know. Also, I did notice that his little shoulder thing here, it does kind of resemble a tire. So once again, that helps the tire theory. But once again, who knows? We'll watch the movie.
Yeah.
Anyone else on this image you guys want to talk about?
Yeah. Anything? Anyone want to put an input in?
The color of him is because if it were yellow, it would be bright and you would be able to notice the color.
That was another thing. That's why I kind of was that's why I think it's protoform, because that yellow that he is super vibrant. That should shine through fog.
But remember, in the Last Night movie, he was a gunmetal color Mercedes. So, I don't know.
And from what I can see, he's not as I know he's obviously gonna have some yellow in him. From what I can see, thanks to the lighting, he's got a lot of black here and there.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with silhouette, and I think it's also could be editing to this is for sure like gonna be one of his first scenes when he's in the movie. So of course they want to keep it mysterious. I think he could be pro form or whatever form he is. I think this shot here specifically to keep him very hidden, just for visual sake.
Well, one question I do have is though, like in the 2007 movie, I remember all of the Autobots protoform being the exact same. So why would they make it different just for the movie?
For that one, it's because I for sure like they didn't want to create separate bodies. I think for like since they're going to use those character models for the protoform very lightly in the movie, I don't think they wanted to use like make a whole bunch of different models for one quick scene. I think they for sure just like, hey, let's just make them all one form so we can not put as much money into making 5 or 4 separate Autobot protoforms. Like technically they should have different like unique to their actual designs and their bodies, but I think movie wise they just wanted to save the money to just make one proform. As long as everyone understands, hey, they're naked, they're putting their clothes back on.
I mean, the comics
Or they could totally
otherwise.
take an IDW IDW movie comic influence and be like, well, maybe each protoform does have their own distinct robot mode. Because like in the comics, Bumblebee and Cliffjumper had the same body. Ironhide was very different. He looked like his movie counterpart, but like without the Earth mode. That could also be a possibility.
The sun looks nice. You gotta. The best thing in this shot is the sun. You have to give credit to the sun.
Like as you can see, like anything you can see here, like it's obviously this is the forest area, which we could which also it helps Nachos here his comment because the next time in the trailer we see him in his Jeep form, he's running away in the forest, probably being chased by
falls out of the sky from nowhere.
Yeah, so I'm getting so it's possible that like I don't know what he'd be doing in the forest, but it is like this does help him be like he's here in the forest in his Jeep mode. He's being attacked by Starscream. How he got found, we don't know, but it does help like
we'll just
that period.
Movie.
That sun's beautiful.
As for right now, there are no right or wrong answers. It's all just speculation. So let's not like try to be that snobbish person and be like, oh, well, he's supposed to be this and that, and then that's not Starscream, that's Ramjet. Or
okay, we'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah,
because I have a
that
long
is
conversation on that.
That is Ramjet. What are you talking about?
I kind of want to rant.
I'm upset about people thinking about that. Okay, but we'll go on to that when we get to Starscream.
We'll get there.
Let's upgrade
does anyone here who want to hasn't said anything want to say anything about this? It's optional. You don't have to, but I would like you to engage.
It looks like he's wearing a helmet.
I think that's just his head.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys said pretty much everything I had to say. So.
Oh dang.
Alrighty. All right. So I'm just go ahead and move on.
Yeah.
As you can see here, there are stars around this word. I don't get what the word means, but I think it may connect to
the stars.
I mean, we have seen a very similar scene the beginning of every other Transformers movie, so I think this may be like this helps it being part of the Transformers cinematic universe because I could have swore I saw this exact logo in the beginning of each Transformers movie.
I think
the G1 arc is going to crash through there.
Yeah, I remember the concept of that, but I don't remember why they put it out.
What are you talking about? This isn't for Transformers. This is for the MCU. What are you talking about?
Obviously, silly me. All right, sorry.
I think.
All right.
By the way, we know it's the Paramount logo. We're just being dicks.
We're just being idiots.
Should I just move on to like any time to more Transformers screens? I don't think we need to talk about how Charlie is riding a bike.
Yeah,
you see that blue car?
See
that blue car?
Haley Steinfeld.
You see that blue car? It's actually tracks.
Is that red truck over there?
Yeah, look at all here. Yep.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh my god, the red truck is Ironhide, confirmed.
Yeah,
oh man.
That actually honestly, looks like Combiner Wars Ironhide.
I would be.
Oh, we got
I would be completely okay if Ironhide was in this film and he did look like that, but he has to look more like a G1 van, so it's like they'd have like that trunk cover.
Guys,
to give him that squared off.
The bike is Mohawk confirmed.
The bike is wheelie. What are you talking
Mohawk
about?
Mohawk before he was a motorcycle. He used to be a pedal bike.
All right, I'm just gonna keep on moving here. Whoa, man, this girl. Oh man, look at that Bumblebee.
Minecraft.
Oh
Did you
my
see
god, it's Optimus Prime.
Guys,
Okay,
guys,
I
can
want to
point
actually talk
something
about
out?
that
Wait,
scene.
no, go back to the
I know
old,
she's
that
looking,
shot.
but I want to talk about this a little bit. Not that one.
Okay.
No,
The
no,
one
the
where she's
green?
looking at Bumblebee. Yeah. This reminds me of 2007 so much. When Bumblebee is like Sam first looks at Bumblebee, this is a very similar scene, very similar
Guys,
emotions. I like
look
it.
at the top. Look at the top on the roof. There's 2 wrecking balls. It's Devastator.
Oh,
That's it. Confirmed.
I swear to God, if they actually did that on purpose,
Those are his
directly below, you're gonna be screwed.
and then they
I came in
construct
like
This would be the third time film for a Transformers movie to have 2 wrecking balls.
Rampage jumps out of the building. Bumblebee
Wait,
kills
third
him.
time? What?
Well, I guess technically third time because Onslaught has wrecking ball necklace, the 2 wrecking balls.
He did?
Oh yeah, he does, doesn't he?
I
Yeah,
didn't notice that.
He does.
yeah, he has a
We don't
necklace of 2
talk
wrecking
about that.
balls, which is funny because since he has an Onslaught, a long haul body.
It's a
Cons,
nice
like,
little
it's-
reference to
Love it,
the
yeah.
design. I get there's not really much to say here, honestly.
Yeah,
We can
okay.
just skip that.
That's funny. Oh boy, it's funny that he is Bumblebees.
That's
geez.
just okay. Why?
I mean, yeah, I mean it's cute
Must
and
have
all,
been
but like
sitting there
it's
for a while.
It's
nice.
how is that even possible? Can bees even do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bees can make a hive in a car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that
that's
is
not
actually that's
safe.
going to cause. Someone made a good point. That's going to cause a lot of controversy. Like, oh, like because like the whole thing is that we don't really know. So he probably has his Jeep mode first, and then the Volkswagen mode. So how long has he been here, or to form an actual beehive?
Yeah, that would take a while.
It would. Unless, like, literally, he parked right immediately after he parked. A bee's was like, "Hey,
Also,
perfect
I'm
place
just
for a
curious
hive."
on like how the production for that went along. Like, did they get a beekeeper and decide to like, hey, here's a hive, let's just stick it underneath this Volkswagen.
That's
It's
very
possible that he could have been there for a while because the Volkswagen Beetle came out in 1945.
Like, I'm just curious because like if there is time between him having a Jeep mode and then him having the like
I
maybe
mean,
the
it does say in the synopsis for this film, Charlie does revive him, so maybe this is
Mhm.
actually Bumblebee. I mean, we know it's Bumblebee, but like, I still can't. Why this?
Like, I understand. Like, it could be
plus,
like it could be a possibility that the Jeep thing, like the scene with the Jeep in general, maybe that could be like 3 years before. Like it's like the movie starts, like it says 1984.
Yeah, maybe.
And then he's
maybe
like, "Oh
Starscream
God, I'm
has
being
been-
attacked."
You know, this also reminds me. Remember the whole thing with the Transformers: The Last Night promotion? How it was
Like,
the
yeah, like,
Transformers were
secrets
here
and stuff?
before World War II and everything.
Mhm.
They were here during the Civil War.
Mhm.
Starscream was in one of those.
That's right. Yeah, that's why I love.
So
That's
what
why.
if Starscream has been like already here? Like he's just been with Bumblebee or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because
I do agree that I do think there's some Transformers out and about on this, and like which is once again, if it's following the Last Night canon, it's true that there could be lots of Transformers out now. Like right now, somewhere in France, Hot Rod is watching over the Wiccan family.
another thing is we don't know when the Decepticons showed up. As far as we know, the Decepticons have been on Earth like forever.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, there was concept art of the Decepticons with Nazis with a plane that forms Megatron's face.
Yeah, and plus,
Really? Wait,
Starscream
really?
was Starscream was like
Nazis.
a World War I or World War II biplane or plane. I don't know.
He was pretty much like the Red Baron.
Yeah.
I think. I can't remember.
So which
I think
makes you think like so let's say like let's give it to the benefit of the doubt that this is the Last Night canon, and let's say the Autobot crew that we know of has been on Earth this whole time, like Optimus has been on Earth, Ironhide, Jazz. Is it possible like here the only way I can think that how this can fix is that let's say like they have to go on a mission, like, hey, we're here on Earth, Bumblebee, you stay here, keep an eye on that Allspark thing we're kind of looking for. We're gonna go on a mission. We'll be back. So just keep an eye on that.
They
If you
just leave
find
him.
it, send us a message. We'll fly back in.
Yeah.
I think what might have happened is Bumblebee like arrived first. He's like, "Hey guys, the Allspark's definitely here." The other Autobots show up. They don't find anything. They're like, "Yeah, you keep looking for that. We'll go look somewhere else."
And then,
wouldn't
you
do
know,
that.
after
For the
They
Star
wouldn't-
Harvester, we'll look for the pillars. We'll look for the.
I don't know
staff,
about
we'll-
that. I heard someone just say they wouldn't do that. I don't know. The Autobots are kind of dicks in these movies.
The Optimus wouldn't do that to his best friend Bumblebee.
He
wouldn't.
left him to
It
die.
is weird. Yeah, we also have to keep in mind that in this canon, Bumblebee's his oldest friend, so probably his
Yeah.
best friend.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But yet he left him to die in 2007.
And it would make sense if they went back, because then after Barricade and stuff, they emerge. He goes and contacts him to come back because
or the whole
he
like
knows
space
that it's
bridge
there.
theory, like. Well, we can't really even say Stonehenge is the space bridge because technically it was more of a power conduit for Unicron
Yeah.
or the staff.
Stonehenge was something to look at.
Yeah, so it could be. It totally could be So pretty much, it's still a possibility that the Autobots have for sure actually been here on Earth. Like I originally thought that last night all those images of existing Transformers in the paintings are just so the people making the props can just put in recognizable images in the images. But it actually could be the possibility that Optimus Prime did fight in the European War, and Ironhide did pull a ship in the river.
Wait,
so
but you know what's a major fact to show that the Cybertronians were on Earth the whole time? Because Earth is Unicron, or Unicron is the Earth.
Or Unicron is just trapped inside the Earth.
Yeah, I think it is more of a casing. It became.
I don't think
Kind of like
on Transformers.
Another thing that you guys have to realize is in Revenge of the Fallen, Agent Simmons was talking about how they've been on Earth for a while.
Which is true. That's how we found out.
It's true, yeah. But we're talking about we're talking about characters we know of being on Earth for a long time. Because as far as we know, it's been established in 2007. Optimus Prime was never been on Earth since then. Last time
and they never showed. I don't think they ever showed Optimus in any of those promotional images.
See, I'm gonna just.
They did. They did 3 times.
This is just speculation, as always. But what I'm saying is, when it comes to this specific movie, Bumblebee's designation, his role as part of the Autobot army, or is a scout. He's always been a scout.
And that's why he's on Earth, to scout out for resources.
So what I'm probably going to think is it's a very similar thing like everyone else is saying, okay, the Autobots came on Earth, or maybe they did send Bumblebee specifically because it's we got energy readings from this weird planet out there in one of the solar systems, and we need you to go check it out for us and see if it has the Allsparks energy or it has the artifact, because who knows, it could be any artifact in this movie. We don't know.
Most likely the Allspark.
I kind of hope there's not an artifact.
Most likely the Allspark. Kind of hope it's the Allspark, but at the same time, it's
probably the Allspark. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Can we go to the next shot?
It's the legendary voice box of leadership.
But
oh my God.
Because Bumblebee is a scout, yeah, it would make sense that he would stay there for a while, make sure because he's going to be observing the humans' behavior and how they'll work and how the planet itself will even evolve. Because from the time that B has been on Earth, it's a while. It's just a little while.
Yeah, he's been there since before World War II.
Not to mention that we still have that comic coming up soon with the James Bond theme with the weird face. And I don't know why they accepted that. I don't know why Hasbro's just go ahead, give him a mouth. Looks weird though.
I just realized there's another car in that garage.
Yeah, I was just about to say
it's
that.
Crap.
Stinger confirmed. No,
oh yeah, Hot Rod confirmed.
It's Cliff Jumper. It's Cliff Jumper.
It's that one guy.
it's Megatron.
Cliff Rod.
It's Starscream.
It's Optimus Prime.
One thing I just wanted to go ahead and point out about this, like I said, it's pretty fucking obvious with damn, I didn't mean something which I didn't know.
You can cuss, it's fine. Cussing is fine. We don't care.
I didn't know. But anyway, one thing that I noticed about this
Cussing is his favorite thing.
I think this is some kind of callback to the G1 comics. You know how Sparkplug is under the thing working it, and then Bumblebee starts transforming or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what they're kind of going for here, and I just actually turned on my camera, which
That
I think is a
actually
cool
makes
little
sense.
callback.
I like that.
Wow.
Also, before we go on, hi Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah, that's
Oh, hi, Mark.
I did
Get
not
it?
hit her.
Because
I
Mark
did not hit her. Oh, hi, Mark.
Welcome to TFTC. It's been a while
I
since
did
we had
not
you
hit
on.
her. It is not true.
Also,
Can I just
apparently there
admit
is no,
that this
8-person
looks like
there is-
the natural habitat of a dad?
Apparently there is
I
no
have a dad.
8-person limit. Apparently we can have more than that for some reason. I think it's 10. Because
Yeah,
it's
I
there's
told you
more
this
than...
earlier, bud.
Oh, Transforming Normality left.
I'm back, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
he's right here.
My bad.
Out of
But yeah,
so long.
I'm
'Cause I'm a
sorry,
big boy.
Normality. I'm sorry, Extra did not recognize you. I'm very sorry for that.
But my picture is Unicron, the god of death. How can you not recognize that?
IDW.
Because I'm
Yeah,
associated with death.
It's
What
so blurred out for me. It looks like a bunch of stars dancing.
What I was going to say about the previous shot that we had,
Frenzy confirmed.
the one where
Who said frenzy confirmed?
What I was saying was about the previous shot was this Cyborg, if you mind.
What shot?
The one where it's just like Bumblebee is in the garage.
With the other car.
Whoa.
This one?
It's
Yeah,
really
that one. That gives me a very Age of Extinction vibe.
Oh,
It
yeah.
does.
That's
With
true.
Invasion,
Both
with Invasion Mode Optimus.
yeah, both
when
scenes
Bucky
show a Transformer waking up
Garage.
like broken and scared. Only I guess we now know the reactions with Optimus Prime being scared compared to Bumblebee being scared.
Yeah, Optimus.
Optimus
Yeah.
Prime tries
and
to
then
kill
Bumblebee
shit.
just gets
Bumblebee's
straight
like,
up.
oh my
When it
god.
comes to fight or flight, we can now see who picks what.
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
flight,
no,
get
no.
it?
For
It's Bumblebee.
on the right,
Thank you.
on
Thank
the
you.
right, you can
Because
see
beats
Bumblebee
fly.
being.
Alright,
On the right-
guys, sorry, I have to leave.
Wait, who said
Later.
Mark.
I gotta leave. I know I just got on, but it's too late now. I gotta leave.
Later, Mark. Have a good one.
Yeah. See you guys later.
Yeah,
that?
Mark.
Alright, time discussing.
Message, no,
Oh, bye,
message me,
Mark.
we'll talk.
Oh, bye, Mark.
Have a good one, Mark.
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
I did not hit her. I did not hit her. Oh, bye,
I
Mark.
feel kind of bad. I could have said something, but I don't know.
Oh, okay. So on the right, we can see Bumblebee being really adorable in the little corner, and on the left, we can see Optimus trying to kill 3 humans.
Yeah.
Nothing to see
Yeah,
here.
we're not there yet though, but yeah,
It's so
we
true.
we can definitely see now who actually holds the fight and who holds the flight, which is that's honestly a nice representation between the characters because Optimus he is a fighter. Let's not kid ourselves. He is.
Yeah, he is bred for war. Like
Yeah.
every hint of him, like every canon hint of his past is either a knight or he's been seen as a god. So he is warrior blood.
Yeah. Especially in movies.
And Bumblebee, we're going to be seeing a totally different side of him. We're going to be seeing him before he was this war-torn soldier. Like, we're going to see how he's more human, in a sense.
Or at
You know,
least
he's
more
not going to
relatable.
just be the badass that he is in the movie verse where he's killing, like, Soundwave and Laserbeak and Ravage and Rampage, or Skip
Ripped
Jack.
Ravage in half.
What?
He's like, this is for jazz.
I have a feeling that they're gonna disregard the World War II scene because
I feel like they're going to do the same thing, unfortunately. That's really
Yeah.
gonna bug me.
Yeah,
But
there
is supposed to be a prequel comic, so who
Exactly,
knows?
and that's
Let's
why, and that's
see.
in the '60s. So no matter what, and like Hasbro likes to at least when it comes to recent comics, they like to at least make us think that that's canon. Which is it canon? Still probably not. Still never. Movie comic has never been canon as far as I'm concerned. But that's at least the fact that Hasbro is allowing this prequel comic to be shown means that like, hey, just always keep in mind that Bumblebee has been on Earth, working with humans before.
That's true. That means they might actually keep that
Like,
the TLK canon now. I'm thinking about that.
Anything is really possible. Again, this is all speculation, so like,
Yeah.
no
Take it
one's
all
gonna
with a
be
grain of
right, no
salt.
one's gonna be wrong until the movie comes out, which we
Yeah.
still have a little while to go.
Yeah. Half a year.
So, well, yeah, mainly towards Christmas. So
This movie comes out towards my birthday.
nice.
I have one of
So
those.
moving on to our next shot.
I'll just
which
skip the
is,
radio.
like, more
She's surprised. She looks at the car. She touches the car. His
Bumblebee
dick
gets
falls.
direction.
Looks at his dick.
Is
Yeah,
that his?
honestly, can I be honest? I'm sorry. Like, this is just the dream mind in me.
He dropped his monster schlong.
I honestly thought like his dick just went limp.
Yeah, I know. Like my first time watching it, I was like, wow, that
a
is
girl human touched me. Clang.
that looks like a flaccid shaft.
The tip is even yellow.
I just dropped my monster dong.
Can anyone actually think of like what that is?
Oh,
Or is it
why
just
is
a
it
piece
next
of
to
weird
his
metal?
face?
An arm.
Maybe it's
arm?
his finger.
I want to say maybe it's an arm.
Like I thought for a second, I thought it was a gun, like or like some
Does he
kind
even
of
have a gun?
accessory.
No, I don't
Apparently in
think
the
so.
in the CinemaCon footage, someone saw that he did bring out his arm cannon,
Huh.
but also
It's
a
a leg.
very
It's a leg.
well-known resource of knowledge was Silver Optimist mentioned that he has a Iron Man-esque missile thing.
Tank missile.
Yeah. So we don't really, I don't really know who has what yet, but we have two sources saying he's an arm cannon and a tank missile.
Yeah.
Either
It can
way,
make
I'm
sense either
fine.
way. Because they did, if they follow TLK logic, like the TLK thing, it was seen in World War II that he wasn't using like his arm gun, that he just had like two like guns.
Yeah, he just had like two hound-looking guns.
So
Yeah,
maybe he hasn't
true.
got the arm cannon yet, or
Yeah.
maybe he
Yeah, but
has
that's
by now.
but that's if
Maybe
it
he
is
just doesn't
started.
care enough to have it.
I think Nacho is
Maybe
right
it
though.
is.
I mean, of course, Bumblebee's scared. His dick literally
Cause,
just fell off.
Cause I feel like Bumblebee in this movie is like 10 years
I
old.
need a doctor.
Uh-huh.
God damn it, Michael.
Somebody call Ratchet. Oh, wait a
He's
minute.
more like 40 years old, but you get it.
He's
And,
still
like,
a kid
Too
compared to most
soon.
Cybertronians.
Yeah.
What do you mean
The
too
40-year-old
soon?
version.
Age of Extinction came out in 2014.
Compared to most Cybertronians, he's
Ratchet has been
basically-
dead for 4 years. Get over it.
We don't talk about that, okay?
We
We
just
talk about
did.
anything on TFTC. I mean, not anything, but still.
About to
but
say
yeah.
anything.
Okay, another thing.
Okay, I'm not
Oh my gosh, it's two
Nice.
pairs of balls.
This
So
honestly
sad.
freaks me out.
Invisible head syndrome.
Can I say something real quick?
What?
God, why does that face so creepy? One.
It
Two,
creeps
if you
me
guys,
out. It looks like it looks
It
like
looks
car
like
parts, but,
Skeletron.
I just it
If-
freaks me out a little bit.
if his
Weird.
face is underneath the car, and you guys do say that like his freaking dick fell off when he was in vehicle mode,
It's honestly a joke. Unless they really do go that far, I will be surprised. But
like
We
why
all-
would his face be right?
We all know what Emgo would say.
Invisible head syndrome.
Second
Again.
verse, just like the first.
But that literally creeped me out because it's like, okay, this looks like a bunch of car parts. Oh, those eyes flash. Well, shit, this is his head.
It's just right there.
I just
It's
uh,
Chucky.
Maybe
Guys,
he's not
guys,
fully
it really-
transformed.
I think they're going like more along the toy lines, I guess, like to where they don't turn perfectly into the car. They just kind of like hide inside of the car.
I find it really
Yeah.
interesting though that this is the first time we've seen a Transformer's face in their vehicle mode.
Well,
Yeah, I
did
didn't even know that
We've
was
never,
happening.
because
Yeah.
when we think about it, the transformations in the movieverse are very cartoon-esque. What I mean by that is like the parts sort of like shrink in size and then just kind of suck into the body,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it works. But how often have we ever seen a Transformers or Cybertronian's like head or their arms and legs inside their vehicle
This
mode?
is the
Like
first.
There's
this?
that one
Expected.
time when Bumblebee half transformed and shot Barricade count.
Don't remind me.
Ironhide.
That scene even creeped me out. That was weird.
Ironhide and the dreads, like you could see like them upside down, like their under part. Like you could like their parts were visibly showing.
Well, yeah, but they were already transformed.
But not like
Yeah,
this.
they're
And they would have been like
Basically
fully
in-
transformed though. They were like barely out of vehicle mode.
They were.
look at that nose. Look at that nose, though.
Yeah.
Dad.
I'm not. I don't mind it. I really do like the attention to detail here. Like you can see pretty much Bumblebee's face, but I really do like the fact that they managed to conceal his robot mode in the vehicle mode. Like this is the
Wait.
first time we're seeing this sort of thing.
Is there a mouth or no?
There's
Or
Yeah.
it's just
No,
a speaker box?
this is
It's a
actually he lost
speaker.
his voice.
It's the speaker mouth, but it's
Okay.
yeah.
Because if they implemented a mouth, that would have been like,
Okay. Yeah, Nacho. Yeah, we do see Megatron's head in ROTF design, but it's right there. It's not even trying to hide.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
Megatron wants to see while he's driving.
Yeah, that's true. Like, that's like kind of like it's designed to show the head. Where this one
Yeah,
it's like
but
it's
what
supposed
I'm
to be
saying is
concealed.
this is our first ever time we've seen it concealed fully. We don't see it in the vehicle mode. Like, we don't see it visible in the vehicle mode while it's, like, blatantly out there. Like, this might just be underneath the hood. And I think that's really cool that they incorporated something like this. Plus, this could also be foreshadowing for his toy. We don't know.
Oh yeah.
I
I'm
swear,
very
if we don't
curious
get
how
a
they're gonna
Voyager
do the toy,
Starscream,
though. I mean,
Look
We're
at-
going to be getting... I'm just going to get this out of the way right now. Studio Series is going to have the Bumblebee toys. Because they did say it's
Yeah, I
going to be
think so, too.
absorbed. It's going to be absorbed into the Studio Series line because this is going to be the other stuff's going to be aimed towards younger kids. So it's going to be like a
Yeah.
bunch of one-step changers and all
Like
kinds.
they
of
wouldn't make a Transformers movie and not have like legit Transformer toys
Yeah, they would never.
besides just like gimmick.
They would never.
They would
They
never,
do-
unless they did.
if they do that, we'll boycott.
You guys remember Power Attackers?
Yeah, I remember those. But yeah, I really do like this. I really, really do appreciate the filmmakers doing that. That's really cool.
Are we good to move on?
Yeah. Anyone else have anything to say?
He looks dead.
Great.
His
All
eyes
right.
are like a pair of balls.
Oh, there's a better look at it. All right. She's like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Whoa, it's me." I do kind of like because like this is kind of an exoskeleton where when he transforms, it actually starts forming the actual face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
you can
really
see
cool.
like the mouthpiece
Right.
even come together, even though it
It
doesn't
more
look
shows
like
like
come apart.
it's like a helmet kind of.
Yeah. And I've said this before. Prime versus Prime on Instagram and on YouTube made a post, and he even said like the transformation for this is very 2007 Optimus-esque. I love that.
It really is.
I genuinely love the fact that they did something like this. I think, I know they did this also with Ironhide and Revenge of the Fallen because we never really got a good look at his transformation. He just kind of got on all fours and then stood up. And a lot of the 2007 Autobots always had that really nice, detailed transformation. Granted, it was like a 360 pan back to Optimus.
Yeah,
But-
I think those scenes that have long transformations are meant for like just are reserved for things like the long transformation for Optimus is because it's Optimus Prime. The long transformation for Ironhide is because it's the first transformation of the film, and Transformers 2 was people were wanting to see that real bad. And this is
even
yeah.
Optimus still got like a couple of good cinematic transformations in the RRTF. Like he got the one when he was jumping out of the C-17, and the one when he was at Nest in Diego Garcia.
Right.
And he was all like,
For sure, this is gonna be like either it's gonna be your first time seeing Bumblebee transform, or it's just gonna be like it is still a big moment that this is our main character meeting a Transformer.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the scene where Charlie quote unquote revives Bumblebee
Well,
in a very
or,
similar
like,
manner.
wakes him up at least.
I want to say at least in a very similar manner to that of Optimus in Age of Extinction, because again, I'm getting that vibe. I'm really
just
getting that
found-
kind of vibe.
We just found a transformer.
Please don't.
Now I'm curious.
say
Like so,
that.
here I'm starting to think that I think the scene with Bumblebee and Starscream in the forest. I think that may happen. Like I think that might happen a little earlier in the movie, as in like time wise. Like maybe that happens like a year or a few years beforehand, and then so he gets attacked by Starscream, and he's like, "Crap! I'm damaged. I need to hide. I need to change forms. Change forms to the bug, and just get stuck there. Like he's stops. Starscream stops for him." And then years go by to where a Bumblebee hive can grow and stuff like that, and she finds the car, and then it kind of makes sense more when he wakes up because his last thoughts were, "I was being attacked by this Transformer. I just got back online. I don't know what's going on. I'm scared."
Who is this chick?
So are you thinking we're going to be getting Jeep Bumblebee first?
Yes.
And then like
Yeah.
the interaction with Starscream?
Yeah,
and
that
everything?
makes more sense.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Now that I think about it, that would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Like I think
how
our
to
first
start that,
time
all
seeing
those
Bumblebee, he's gonna have the mask on only because like all those scenes where he has the Jeep mode, it's mask on only. So I think our first thought of him, it's gonna be like, who's this dangerous Transformer in the Jeep mode? And then he gets attacked, and oh god, he's a hide. And then when next time you see him, he's like, oh wait, he's not a killer robot. He's also a friendly guy.
I also
Maybe
really
he
like
can
the
even
fact that
talk in
throughout
that
the
scene.
movie universe like this, they can continue to scan as many vehicles they want and adapt their shape. That's something that we never really seen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I love like this species. We don't really never know the anatomy of this species because like we never really get to comprehend how very flexible they can be with their own bodies. Like they can truly adapt to their situation to the point where like it's even like how they show themselves emotionally. Like for instance, Bumblebee gets jealous of Stinger to the point where he like modifies his body to replicate the persons he's jealous of. Same,
Which
you know,
is honestly
like
a
in
really cool.
Yeah, like Barricade can adapt. Like, look, we've seen different Barricades. Like, it's so crazy how like one specimen can change bodies, like just through
Or like
what
how
it
Optimus
wants
Prime
to
was
be.
completely and totally almost destroyed. He scanned that old flat nose truck, and then he scanned that brand new Western Star one, and he adapted his
Exactly.
body.
Yeah, we have no idea the anatomy of these guys. Like, and I also like I love how like once again, like I feel like when Optimus Prime has been like knightless throughout the first trilogy, and then the fourth movie he becomes a knight. I think it's because once again, like I feel like to him in his eyes, the war is over. Before the war, he was a knight. Now the war is over, and he's back and doing his own thing. It's back on. He's like, I need to put back the knight armor because it's back to what I originally was supposed to be doing, being a knight.
Because like there is concept art of him fighting Megatron in his night form.
Yes, exactly. So it's so like in this continuity, as much as trying to reflect the line continuity, there is still different different stories to this, and one of them is Optimus Prime was a knight before the war, and now we see that through concept and in visual.
I really like that storyline. I just wish they would have actually done something.
Like
with
for
it.
sure, I bet like I can see like that Megatron and Optimus Prime were very strong knights, I mean, very strong together, and I think because like a lot of it's about Sentinel Prime. like with Sentinel Prime and Optimus Prime, like I bet how it went down is that they were both great knights, and I think and as you can see in Sentinel Prime, he's also a knightly form.
Yeah, he is very knight-esque, isn't he?
Exactly. He has a cape going on, just like grand knights do. And so I'm guessing him being a prime and a knight, he probably led the knights, and he's like, "Hey, Optimus Prime, of the two of you strong warriors, you're the prime." I'm pretty sure that's where Megatron twists. He's like, "Screw the knighthood. I'm done being a knight. I'm done. I'm doing my own faction." And this is how he starts the war. That's
Cyborg?
Yes.
Completely off topic. You were giving me more fuel for Infinite Chaos.
I'm just saying. I have an idea of how the entire canon worked with The Last Knight.
Yeah.
I just I'm not gonna go on all night explaining it.
Then how come Megatron had a knight form in The Last Knight if he didn't want to be a knight?
Probably
I think my guess is
true form.
exactly. I think Quintessa being very well connected to the Knights, thinks that she kind of created the Knights. I think her's like, "Hey, I've put you back together. I'm gonna give you your strongest form, your original form. You were a knight before, you'll be a knight again."
But then again,
Also another question I have is, wait, alright, I'm confused now. I know this is not really about the Bumblebee trailer, but like, there's like an image like in the TLK like posters of like Megatron standing like over this fire, and he has like the TLK form, and it's supposed to be like really ancient. But in the first movie, they say like he crash landed on Earth, and he had
that's where I'm saying. I think some of those images are just like the people that made the props for those posters or those images in that room. They were told, "Hey, put a transformer in that we can recognize," so people in the audience know, "Hey, that's a transformer."
By the way, send me a picture of that stockade.
Yeah, me too.
There's also I don't know if you all noticed, but there's also a bust of Megatron's head, which in a knight form, which it shouldn't exist.
Yeah, that I noticed.
So I think that is just people that's the props being shown. Hey, they're recognizable characters.
Okay, this is a really random thought, but has there ever been like a transformer that turned into a bus?
Yeah.
Non-canon, but Betimus,
yeah.
Well, fuck that though, because that's dumb.
Yeah, Bendibus Prime.
Also, G1, the G.I. Joe Transformer comic ends with a bus transformer.
That's been on my mind for like 2 weeks.
Maybe the bus.
Yeah, you should really actually look it up. It's actually pretty crazy design. If you look up the G.I. Joe Transformer, G.I. Joe versus Transformers, the recent comic, the last page of the comic is a G.I. Joe villain teamed up with a bus Decepticon, which I think is called. His name is Bus Stop, like Bus Hop or Bus Stop, like I don't know, but he looks pretty wacky.
I'm looking that up.
I'm curious now.
Anyway, while you're looking that up, I guess I can jump on the fuel here. One of the things I love about Bumblebee's design, this compared to all the other Bumblebee movies, I'm pretty sure you all can agree that for once, so in the previous Michael Bay Transformers designs, the Autobots and Decepticons, they're all, it's like as if a bunch of puzzle pieces are just linked onto these people's arms and legs. That they all connect somehow, but they're all just separate and shattered and all separate pieces. Where this one is just Bumblebee here is just there's not much going on. There's fewer pieces, but it all connects better than what we previously had, and I think that's amazing. This shows doing less does more.
The designs were really too busy, and I like this.
Exactly.
And I'm very curious how the toy's going to transform and how it's going to look.
Mm-hmm. I love this.
I also really enjoy the sight of this design. I did not think it would work as well as I thought it would, but if we go back to the previous shot, as we know, Generation 1 Bumblebee is supposed to have the Volkswagen front on his feet, but they somewhat replicate that same shape.
They do.
Design. It's very smooth.
I love the leg right here. Just the leg in general. There's not many pieces. Just there's 4 or 5 metal pieces, but they form the leg perfectly. I love
the chest because. Oh, sorry, Cyborg, you were saying.
No, go ahead. I've been keep talking here.
And then what I was gonna say was, of course, you're gonna have the iconic, car chest, because that's been a thing that's been the way to determine Bumblebee from now on. This honestly doesn't look that bad. I was worried about how they were gonna pull it off, but it looks really good.
Yeah, I love how they simplified it. like perfectly. They didn't have to like because and as you can if you like do look at a picture of Bumblebee from the previous movies, it is kind of different to where like wow, it really does kind of feel like a different character. It is the same character. Like for instance, his eyes are way bigger compared to other movies. Like his eyes are small in the other movies, but this one is big because like he is
He's
you know
young.
he's supposed to seem cute. I did like
Yeah.
someone did post in a forum recently like how does this? It shows a picture of the Last Night World War II Bumblebee. How does this turn to this? This picture right here, and then back to this, the Transformers 7 Bumblebee. They're very odd contrasting images, but I think it is just because the art style in this movie specifically is supposed to be more cuter.
Do we think maybe like when Bumblebee like he got like in this like idea that you have when he gets like attacked by Starscream, maybe Starscream might have like knocked his head and maybe he like lost memories of like his like being like war torn or something.
Yeah, that's I'm curious. Yeah, I don't know. That's just my first thought. Was like, if he woke up and like, if he did fight Nazis and stuff, or like been a government spy in the '60s, I wouldn't. I'm curious why he's so scared. But I think it is like my opinion is that he's scared because the last time he was awake, he was attacked by Starscream, and he was probably fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I feel like because Starscream is a pretty powerful character.
Yeah, I mean it's Megatron's second in command, so of course like he's like, oh crap, Starscream's here. Oh god.
Oh yeah.
Plus, he's also tiny.
So I'm gonna send you a private message, and then everyone here, please check the group chat first. Don't read it out loud; just read it out, to yourself. But we're gonna continue talking about this. As I said before, I really do like this design because, frankly, it's a weird fusion between the Generation 1 aesthetic and this movie verse. Like it fits so well, but in a really weird way.
It looks so good that I'm definitely ready for the toy. Like that's just my opinion.
I'm so glad. Like I'm okay for the future movies if it continues this where like they're all like is not busy and it's all like kind of like plain. I'll be perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, this design looks great. They did like you guys said, they did a perfect mix between like the G1 aesthetic and the movie aesthetic. And I was very worried about them doing these more G1 designs because I didn't think that would really translate well. But I think they did a good job with mixing them together with the body and then putting
especially with Starscream.
And also, I like that his head is more like the Prime-looking head, where his eyes are kind of bigger, and then, like his head is more simple-looking, while still keeping that aesthetic of his head.
He looks young.
Also, his that Jeep mode. I know we haven't got to it yet, but it looks great.
Yeah, I was honestly surprised he was going to have two forms because I was thinking the other form was going to be the 1976 Camaro, but Nacho pointed out that car. We're only in like. That car was technically made, before this one, so it's possible Bumblebee might go to this one at the end of the movie. So he might have three forms. It just might be like a post-credit scene or mid.
That's true. Like if they do that in the end, then that's pretty much a rock solid confirmation that this.
Because again, they use the Bobby Bolivia audio, which we all know is from the 2007 movie, which still softly connects them, and this is technically Bumblebee's story as well as a prequel to 2007.
I'm gonna be honest. When I watched the trailer and heard Uncle Bobby B talking, I got like a little sense of nostalgia from the first movie, and it like brought a little tear to my eye.
Do you think? Never mind.
What?
Do you think maybe like Bumblebee like meets Bobby B when he's young, and that's like why he's hiding in his place?
No, because
it'd be interesting, but like that'd be.
Because in this,
interesting. I'm just gonna say that right now because I had a theory. Me and my girlfriend had a theory because she watched the Bumblebee trailer after I shocked her by saying I actually like the trailer, and then she wanted to watch all the movies, and then she sent me a screenshot or a picture of the scene where Bumblebee is in the 1976 Camaro and he's with the old Volkswagen. We were both thinking, what if that's the same Volkswagen? What if they have been like teasing us this whole time? From like the very beginning, they planned this Bumblebee movie. They just never did anything with it.
No, because what was I gonna say? It's because in the scene, because Bumblebee when Sam and his dad pull up to the place, Bumblebee's literally right behind him, and then he's like so oblivious of how the car got here and like if they were gonna sell it.
Oh yeah, I remember that now. I haven't seen that movie since I was like 9.
It's just speculation and such. I mean, who knows? That actually could have been their plan, just unintentional. Because that's the same Volkswagen. It's that same exact one.
It is. That's true.
Granted, it's a nice little subtle G1 reference for the G1ers out there. G1 is Volkswagen Bumblebee is in a
Like when I
2007
first saw the
modernized
movie, like when I was young and I first saw the movie, I thought the Volkswagen was actually him. So
We all did. We were all expecting that to just be Bumblebee. Like we're like, oh yeah, Bumblebee.
You know, if we can move on to the next shot. Because I think everything's said for
Yeah.
yeah.
this. But before I go
Oh, don't
on,
be scared.
now that this is like a general-based Generation 1 inspired-esque movie, and we've always had Generation 1 references thrown into the movies, like Jazz's transformation when they're running from Sector 7, how he transforms in his G1 style.
Yeah.
And like, the classic transformation noise as we hear whenever Bumblebee begins to transform, where it's like...
Also, Hot Rod's transformation in TLK. That one, like when he
yeah, the one where he's like his arms are flipping around and such.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's,
What
he's
other
so
references aside from this Bumblebee and Starscream do you think we'll see?
He's so
Here.
he's so adorable.
From G1 or through the movie verse?
Literally through G1.
Oh.
I feel like she's gonna end up saying something like, "Oh, so you're a robot in disguise or something?" Like, I don't know.
Oh God.
I did hear. I did hear. Like, oh, sorry, go on. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, so I know, like, someone's gonna end up saying that in this movie. I know it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd cringe.
Apparently through either just through toys or promotion only, but apparently on comic and also it was mentioned recently through the forums through Super Optimist, the guy who's a good resource. Apparently at Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con this year, the embargo will be lifted for Optimus Prime's design.
Wait, for what?
For promotion, for once again only promotion, maybe promotion only for like toys, or maybe it's a scene for the movie. But apparently the embargo we lifted to reveal Optimus Prime's design for the Bumblebee movie. Promotion.
That will be interesting.
When is this?
That's gonna be like in early July. He did already mention what to expect look like because he's already seen it. So it's gonna be the head is G1, but also it's a lot more. There's a lot more references to the movie head design, but it is more G1 esque. But the body, like the entire body itself, is more G1 than it would be movie.
Yes.
Is it like that concept art of that Prime 1 studio?
He referenced an image, but it wasn't that one. It was the a model. It's like I don't know how to explain it, and it's possible if anything I can like bring it up.
Okay,
maybe.
let me put it this way then. Was it like that one weird Megatron concept art that was technically used in I think it was like a pop-up book?
Sort of like it's very it is pretty much it's very G1. Like how about this? Think about the Transformers IDW comic that happened after All Hit Megatron. It was just called the Transformers, where it was very like all the designs were very movie-esque, but they were all G1 characters.
Okay.
Just imagine that kind of Optimus Prime. That's what we may be seeing in the movie.
Wait, you're talking about the Transformers ongoing Optimus Prime?
Ongoing, ongoing. Yeah.
Can someone send me that picture of that?
But his image, he referenced a different image. It was kind of even more boxier. If anything, do you want to just stop sharing here and I can just quickly find that?
Yeah, you can do that. We'll just.
Yeah. I'd rather just do that then. Stop sharing. Because that it is very interesting. Like he said that's the closest way he can reference it. Kind of like when he was talking about Bumblebee before, we didn't see what he looked like. He said he referenced a mixture between War for Cybertron Bumblebee and the Transformers universe concept art Bumblebee, in which kind of that is what we have now. We have an image exactly what it looks like.
Yeah. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with Optimus's design.
But once again, this design may just be for promotion only, for toys.
Yeah, because I really don't think he'll be in the movie just yet.
I think if he is going to be in the movie, I think it may also just be a transmission. I don't know if they'll actually go full-on CG flashback to Cybertron. If they do, that'd be awesome, but I don't expect it.
It'll probably just be a cameo.
Yeah.
Like Stan Lee.
Honestly, I'd be fine with just like a 1-minute cameo.
Yeah.
Or even just like a flashback.
I wouldn't even want Optimus to be. I love him, but like he's had his time a little bit. Like I know I just kind of said this with Bumblebee, but at the same time, it's like
It's his movie.
Yeah, I don't really want Optimus to be a player with this at all. If they do put him in there, though, I just want it to be like a short, like maybe 1 or 2 minute cameo at most.
Same
Or
here.
like maybe like
Or
Optimus
just
like
like a
Don't make
gets
him
foreshadow with
player.
like Bumblebee standing in front of an Optimus-esque silhouette, and then we just hear Peter Cullen. Like, I'd be okay with that even.
This is the image he was referencing.
Oh, that.
Oh,
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's what I was pretty much. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just like I didn't because like it's not fully connected to like that concept art that Josh Nizzi did. There is differences, but I just he wanted to point out that Optimus Prime in this promotion is more boxy than Bumblebee.
I'm pretty curious on how this is going to look now. I mean, they kind of gave us that sort of thing with Age of Extinction, the evasion mode.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and also the vehicle mode is a red flat nose truck. He did want to point it out too.
Yeah, they have to if they are going to.
I agree. Yeah,
if they don't want to shut up the G1ers, they're going to have to do it.
Now, like I'm saying, if they do make this a reboot, I would not mind having this Megatron be our Megatron because I always loved this design when they revealed this. For the,
that would be pretty fucking sweet.
That does look.
I just can't get over that head. Like, it's still a movieverse, but it's also G1 combined. It's just kind of weird, but it takes some time.
But it's like good weird, you know.
All right, now.
Oh, it was Prime One Studio. I was right.
Now I'm just gonna go back to the stuff we were doing before.
I might go in a little bit.
Getting tired.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
No, if you're tired, you don't have to stay. It's not
No, it's good. It's good. It's all good.
All right, then. Like, is there anything we need to talk about anymore for Bumblebee? Like his design, his cuteness, anything?
I absolutely love the fact that he's showing a larger range of emotion in this than he is in his 5 movies combined.
That's true. That's true.
all I'm gonna say, they better do a repaint of the Bumblebee figure as Herbie.
You know, I could see a third-party, company or customer.
Yeah, me too.
That's actually what I was saying in my Instagram exclusive live stream whenever I was talking about the Bee trailer. This movie feels very Iron Giant / Herbie the Love Bug meets Transformers.
I was just about to say that. I was about to say, this scene really reminds me of Iron Giant or E.T. I mean,
yeah,
Isn't
I get
that
more
what
of a
the
Herbie
virus
and
said it
Iron
was gonna
Giant
be
because it's
like?
like you get the discovery of like, this isn't just an ordinary car. This is a Cybertronian / giant robot. So
Whenever
it's
I
a
look
mix
at
between
his
the two,
chest,
and I like it.
whenever I look at his chest, I just see Herbie. It's kind of weird.
Teach their own. I really do like the overall roundness of Bumblebee's head in this. Honestly, it fits. I kind of wish he kind of had like the G1S horns at least, but I mean, obviously, okay, they're gonna have to keep the movieverse design head, which I'm not even gonna complain about because originally what I thought was it was gonna be a G1 body with a movie head, kind of like how John Cena depicted it on his Instagram whenever he was making the announcement. He's in the movie,
and his name.
and it was close, but no.
I'll
Don't
be back
do
in like a minute.
All right, but I absolutely
Bumblebee.
I honestly thought that was going to be the case, but now seeing this whole new design like this, it kind of blew my mind a little bit because it works so well. In such
It does.
One thing I do like about this face is that I do like his compared to the other Bumblebee movies. Like this, like his face is like it's full. Like I mean, like it's
it's not
like,
spaced out. And
yeah, exactly. Like when you see the other Bumblebee faces, there's like it's like a skeleton. Like you can see like there's gaps in his face with more metal inside. Where this one, it's like they cover it all up and it's a face. It's not just a weird exoskeleton.
Yeah.
To compare it to like a human, it's like in the first 5 movies, it's like he's like an old person who has like wrinkles on his face.
I wouldn't even say that. It would be like more. It looked more like a dude with like mouth cancer who had holes in his face.
Well, I'm just trying to compare it.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm being honest. I've seen pictures.
Yeah,
it's disturbing as shit. But that's honestly what I thought of Bumblebee. I'm like, where is your actual face? That's not a full face. There are holes. There are holes where there shouldn't be holes.
Oh God, don't say that.
But like this, it's like we get a complete face. And I like it. He has cheeks. He has a proper mouth. If we just got rid of that stupid speaker, that would actually have a moving mouth.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop for a second.
It's just that face always kind of freaks me out a little bit because when I look at that face, it's like I don't think child friendly. The only thing child friendly are those puppy dog eyes.
And even though it kind of
The
stares
face
into your
itself
soul.
looked horrifying.
No, no. The only thing that makes you say it's adorable is because he's hiding in a corner like a baby.
Well, yes, honestly, because it's like that's something we've never really seen a Transformer do.
Definitely not Optimus. When Optimus was awoke and he hit a guy with a gun.
He has a concussion.
Yeah.
Big old red
Man, he
mark.
got blown up.
Like, here's a good visual representation of like the differences between Bee's face. Like everything, it's all like spaced out and like it's more defined. Yeah, but like
Yeah.
Where are his
They're-
cheeks?
That's what I
exactly,
said.
they're
It looks
gone.
like he has holes.
So yeah, exactly. Where in Bumblebee the movie, like it's complete. Yeah, it's very much a cure design. It is kind of like it's more like you look at it compared. Like Bumblebee does look very more like defined and detailed in the previous movies compared to this new one. But this new one does a better job of just completing the
Yeah,
character.
that one's just complete. This one just looks like his mouth is being held together by a few pieces of metal skin.
Mm-hmm. And like, which in another image I found during a forum was this one makes a good point where like, so you're going from this kind of like badass looking to QC for a while and then back to this. It just kind of break the mold, but to a point where I don't really care.
Let's
No,
just
I don't
pretend
care
the
either.
World War II B doesn't exist.
No, the World War II B does exist, and it's badass, honestly. I like it.
Right,
Also, I didn't realize
love
in that
it.
same exact scene, you can
Mhm.
see Hot Rod transform behind him.
Yes.
I never knew that.
Brothers in arms, man.
But yeah, like I said, just picture a human face right there, and then imagine that kind of thing. It would be pretty much like...
Can we get the Starscream already, bud?
Patience.
No.
Oh, come on.
It's pretty much like I said, it's just a few pieces of skin being held on by the mouth. It's just weird. It's creepy looking. Like I said, the only thing that's friendly about that face, whenever it's in the movie verse, are those eyes. The mouth
Not
just
even
does
those
not look
eyes,
as
because
good.
it just looks like he's gonna stare into your soul.
And then take your soul.
And then this one, it looks cuter. It just does. I mean, you want to fight me on
Oh,
that?
that's-
Oh,
And see,
no,
he's just like, you can't see me. I am disguised.
He's trying to sneeze. He's trying to sneeze.
I can just imagine him saying that though.
See, look at this. This is something we've never seen before.
It really, really reminds me of the Prime like face, like how like his his facial expressions and just the
Yeah.
overall.
I agree. Like both Bumblebees, those designs, his eyes are way bigger compared to
This is
previous
a
designs.
very fluid combination of multiple different Bumblebees. Because when I look at this, I see G1. I see
he has the horns.
pre more than meets the pre robots in disguise. You remember what I'm talking about, Cyborg? Whenever in like ongoing, he actually has that kind of look.
Yeah.
This is also like Transformers Prime and the Cybertron games.
Yeah, like was it the Transformers in Infiltration Bumblebee does have the kind of similar
yes,
like the
exactly. Or
yeah, like the hood.
Whenever it was his own
like-
spin-off comic, and he was
exactly,
really
yeah, like he
awesome.
has like the actual light the
Mhm.
lights were on his chest, like you know
exactly
this one is
where
now.
they're placed in this.
Exactly,
A lot of
yeah.
inspiration from each individual Bumblebee design is here. And another thing, I love the interaction in this scene. It made me
Yeah,
feel.
look at that.
It's nice.
Oh, it's so cute.
I love watching the trailer reactions to people on YouTube for this because everyone agrees like, oh, that's new, that's cute.
This is something we need. Like, okay, yeah, we saw Sam touch his like face, make him look at him once because he said, "Oh, I can't take you with me. I'm leaving for college." And then we saw him like just grab his speaker because we know he talks like that, just to listen to him. We've never
And then
seen this
Bumblebee
type of
goes to
interaction.
college with him anyway.
We've never seen this type of interaction between a human and a Transformer character, and I love
Look
it.
at that face. It looks like he's kind of smiling.
He looks like he's so comforted. And I also want to say, I love the fact that whenever she does touch his face, you see the part move. Like an actual person. Like you touch someone's cheek and the skin moves up a little bit. That's nice. It's a nice little touch.
Good detail.
Well,
Very
Travis Knight is one with animation, so
Yeah, exactly. Like he's
Granted,
like,
but
I'm
it's
so.
only stop motion, so this is like his first thing, and I think he's
made
doing a
Moana.
really good.
And also, we can also. I learned this from you, Michael. Sorry, TFA. When I saw your Instagram post, is that ILM confirmed is the one using this.
Yeah, I actually wanted to say that ILM is confirmed to make this Bumblebee movie because they always do the Transformers.
Yeah,
movies.
I'm glad that doesn't change because
I didn't think it was them at first because it looked really weird. It was too smooth for me because I'm so used to seeing like literal walking scrap piles. I mean,
Oh,
I
hi,
don't mean that as an insult. It does look like a bunch of car parts.
Come
I'm
on,
sure
Mixmaster.
not had a hand in animating though.
But yeah, I also like, what's your name? And then his eyes just snap open. It's like, oh crap, I can't talk.
Well, actually, speaking of good point, so a lot. If you guys like saw the same day the trailer popped up, so especially that day, some promotional like things for sale were popping up for imaging, and one of them was a lot of the images were like with like lunch boxes, backpacks, and coffee cups. A lot of them had the words B127. So I'm guessing when he's like, hey, what's your name? He's gonna form it to where his name is B127 because in this movie confirmed through the CinemaCon trailer, he's gonna get his name from Charlie.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing like kind of like D16 for Megatron. His name originally is just gonna be B127.
Or wait, that was one. Yeah. Okay. Wait, 127.
Is it 127 or 217?
I don't remember. You want to look that up real quick?
Sure. I'll just go here.
B127.
Watch me travel through the news of the movies.
Hello, Mr. Screamer. Goodbye, Mr. Screamer.
Also, Steve Jablonsky is confirmed not to be in this movie.
Yeah, that kind of disappoints me a little bit because it's like he's always done the music for the movies, but this is a totally different direction with a brand new sound. And I'm curious.
I typed in 127 and it brought up somebody's house in Bristol, Virginia.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't BE2.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yep. Yeah, that's one another thing. That was also confirmed through Silver Optimist that he will be called NBE2,
which is also a nice little nod to the IDW comics because he was called that in that as well.
That's true. So yeah, that's a big B127 right here too. So I think for sure, like his name will first be just be B127 because she never like so far in the trailer at least like the only thing we've heard him being called is B. Like I bet, if anything, if not before the movie, like near the beginning of the movie, I bet at the end of the movie she's be like, you know what, B's not enough for you. You're Bumblebee. No.
Because that's cuter.
And you technically have like a beehive underneath you, even though they weren't bumblebees.
I really hope he like fights Starscream, and I really hope he's like I sting like a bee.
God, why?
Oh boy.
I don't want to ever hear that. I mean, I think Transformers Database or someone on Instagram did something like that, and the voice does fit the body. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just too weird.
I personally like if they ever gonna make him talk again, can we get an actual actor to do it?
Get Mark Ryan. He was good. I liked him. But yeah, this was a nice little moment here. Yeah. I really did like this. This scene made me feel for Bumblebee because it's like, oh, you're comforted now. And that's
anyone else want to add anything to this image?
Yeah. I just want to say there's a lot of emotion in his face, even though he can't talk.
He looks really cute in this picture.
I feel like this is kind of like a message too. Like you don't need words to show emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're thinking about it from like a philosophical point of view. I like that.
Life lessons.
You just blew my mind.
Alrighty, good stuff. So here our next image is him running through. I think it is. If you like look more in the trailer, you can tell this is the Jeep form.
I think that is his Jeep form.
That's probably
which once again, like so here he is once again. It's probably gonna be the end of the movie where he's being chased by Starscream in his Jeep form, and this is probably how he gets defeated, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Who else? It reminds me of Logan, to be totally honest. When Logan's running.
Running through the forest.
Yes, that's the first thing I thought of when I saw this the first time.
I'm already depressed.
I'm just like hashtag Logan.
I also like that design too. Also, again, a lot of people have been getting on about like the very first trailer for Bumblebee. This is the first trailer. The CGI is going to continue to look better.
Yeah. That's what I thought too. My first thought was like, oh, the CGI is not that best, but then I realized, well, this movie has still 6 months before its release.
Yeah, honestly, so they're going to show off like the process, how it's going to look better and better.
Like for instance,
honestly, this was one of the good scenes in the trailer.
Yeah,
where the CGI looked really well.
And remember that Optimus Prime, my best example of an Optimus Prime in the Age of Extinction Super Bowl, like his CGI was completely like it's.
So was Lockdowns. It was very
exactly.
It was
everything exactly. Yeah, it was too clean, so they dirtied it up. So I'm pretty sure this will anything that you think that looks kind of weird. I bet they'll fix it up after.
Yeah. So don't judge it too hard. It's gonna be fine. It'll be fun. The Transformers will hold your hand as you go through the journey. It'll be fine.
Also, I do like, I'm, as a fan of continuity, the door wings still they're out there. They exist.
They're just really, really tiny.
In fact, I noticed that through a GIF I saw of Bumblebee transforming like in the sand when he's pushing sand.
Yeah, you see the door wings kind of shrink.
Yeah, exactly. They fold up. I thought that was kind of cool.
And by the
I
way,
wonder how that's going to incorporate the toy though.
this is
It probably
definitely
won't.
his Jeep. This is definitely his Jeep mode because those tires were not on his back during his other body.
Actually,
yeah,
they were.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were. Yeah, they are.
In fact,
Oh.
your thing.
Are they
Sorry to
the
shut you down. But,
Yeah, I didn't mean to be that snobby guy, but yeah, they were. I feel like that's
Oh.
going to be another trope.
Actually,
Because technically, that's also been another thing Bumblebee has had throughout all the movies. He always had the tires on his back. You
Yeah.
didn't really see them fully, but they were there.
Mm-hmm.
but what about Age of Extinction?
Okay, except for that one. He
That's a good
technically had those. He had those wheel wells. He had those.
but the Age of Extinction is always just a very weird like fad he had.
Yeah.
No, he had Ninja Stars.
That was his emo phase.
Middle
It
school.
was more of his goth phase.
Right, yeah, quick through.
Yeah. I went through that with Bumblebee.
Mhm.
But yeah, this scene looks really good. And again, I love that we're getting another forest-esque fight. That's
Yeah,
an
okay, yeah, I
environment-
like that.
It's an environment that's never really explored in a Transformers movie. I like it.
for Transformers 2?
I mean, explored a little bit more in depth. We only got like, wait, how long was the forest fight? Like 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Well,
8 at most. All right.
So-
Anyone else on how cool the scene here with running through the forest, Jeep mode?
I like it.
All right.
I
good.
did.
So,
I did notice something in this
What?
scene. He's running.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, he's
I
actually
showed
running.
it to my mom, and she thought her favorite scene was the water one.
That was interesting. In
I
fact,
like
let's just
that
go ahead and
scene.
skip to that because we don't really have to talk about Charlie and.
Wait, is he
Paulson.
carrying
Her
something?
friend.
Is he carrying something or no?
No, I think
might
he's just
be.
running.
It's just running.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also, I guess
Almost
just to point out, because I was thinking about this is this right here. I'm guessing that's her brother. Is that what you guys think it is? Like
I
brother
think
or
it's
boyfriend?
either brother or actually, it does
Oh.
look like possibly her younger brother.
I thought it was someone else. My bad.
No, we don't know. It's just making.
Yeah, we don't know. Like it's
Yeah.
either a boyfriend or a brother. Like because you do see him later on in other scenes of the trailer.
Yeah.
It's
But yeah,
Shia
so just
LaBeouf.
okay.
Obviously, this is when after
That's the
Bumblebee
best
wakes
scene.
up because he's driving.
This is a really kind of powerful scene,
I
honestly.
agree.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
do like
we've
that. Like
seen
it's
Transformers underwater, but we've never seen a human go underwater for a Transformer.
This really, I know a lot of people have said this, but I noticed this immediately. I said, I know a lot of people said this, but it's true. This really does give me a Shape of Water vibe. If
has
anybody's
anyone?
seen the meme.
Before that, has anyone ever seen Shape of Water?
No.
Nope.
I know what.
You're all,
I know
you're all
what it
fake
is.
then. I've seen this movie. Shape of Water is
Yeah,
great.
it gives me that vibe.
I'm gonna look it up. And
I
add that
never
to
seen-
my
I just
list.
That
like
scene
it.
that scene only happens in the end. So everyone's like, "Oh, it's Shape of Water, right?" Scene barely even happens.
It's
You're all fake.
powerful right here. It shows that like Charlie is willing to pretty much give her
Drown for
breath
him.
for Bumblebee in a sense, because
It shows
yeah.
how much he cares.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure. Like for because like it's nice to have like an image of something that's more indestructible, in danger, but then something that's very weak and
Very weak and
fragile to
fragile.
come to jump for it. It is like, yeah, I agree. It's a strong
Even
message.
though Bumblebee doesn't breathe, but
Even the strong can be weak. Even the weak can be strong.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought
Also-
that was
Except for
really
me,
cool.
except for me, I will never be strong.
Because we've seen Transformers underwater. We saw it in 2009, Revenge of the Fallen, with the Decepticons. And then we got a nice, small glimpse of it in The Last Night, which was a nice little throwback kind of thing to...
We should have saw an awesome scene in the Dark of the Moon that they cut out, but whatever.
Yeah. Wait, what was that one again?
wait.
Q's alternative death was that Wheeljack / Q was the driller bumped him into the ocean, into the lake area or the river area. He transforms to get out, but hiding under there, waiting for him, are a squad of Decepticons, and that's how he dies. They rip him apart underwater, and so when the Autobots come, like, "Hey, Q, you all right?" Just his pieces come out of the water, like they start floating up.
Oh,
I would rather that happen.
I kind of
That's-
want to see that. Or I
that's
could imagine,
so
like, the
sad.
driller just chilling out,
Mhm.
like, underneath the ocean.
But then again, this is also the same script that where Soundwave used Mirage's head as a puppet to mock Bumblebee. That's not a joke. That actually happens in the alternative script.
that would have
I
been
feel like
awesome.
that would be a movie Soundwave.
Oh, it wouldn't have! poor Mirage barely got any fucking talking. He got a
The
lot of action,
original
but, like,
script,
never-
Starscream kills Mirage and then throws like his body around like a rag dog and makes fun. Once again, makes fun of the Autobots. Like, haha, well, you're outnumbered.
And then
I
Sam
wish they actually did
We're
that.
never doing that for Infinite Chaos.
But Starscream
Say that.
barely does
Justice-
anything.
TFA, I will spam you to do that in Infinite Chaos. I will spam you.
I will
know
block
what I
you if
think
you
would be
spam me.
hilarious?
I'll
just
never
gonna
see.
be
I'll
honest.
never see TFA kill Mirage in stop motion.
No, I fucking
know what
love
I think
Mirage.
would
I
be,
love
like,
that
hilarious?
design because I'm a sucker for red, and Ferrari is just a fucking beautiful car.
What I think would be like hilarious though is if like Starscream like after he does that, Sam's like, nope, gets his eye. I got your eye.
Just,
I wish Sam could have said that though. Just like I
really wish now that you brought up as in Cyborg and we're getting a little off topic, I kind of want to see like the drillers just chilling underneath the ocean, kind of snake style, like curled up, and then just go for the kill for Q.
Yeah,
I like that.
Like, from what
Oh, I'm
the
gonna go
script
on-
in the book promoted, it was like it's kind of like the scene what happened with the actual movie where like they're driving and then the door pops up and knocks off the trailer. Only this time in the actual script, it knocked off more than the trailer and knocked off obviously Q.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go on mute for like 5 minutes, okay?
If he had that water death, I feel like
Wait.
it reminds me too much of that death of that Constructicon in Revenge of the Fallen.
Yeah, poor old Scrappy.
Yeah, that's
Also-
probably why they didn't do it because like we just did that in a movie, so why would we do
Yeah.
it again?
Anyway, moving on to I think the next shot. I think it's
Yeah, see you can see right now like right here
yeah,
like
it's on a
this.
hinge, right there.
Yeah, the piece of the door is like folding up here, so making the door smaller.
Oh,
I have a
actually,
question.
Yes.
Where did the seats go when the transform like the seats? Where do they go?
I think
I think they're in the arms.
No, because you see the arms right there.
Yeah, you know,
I'm talking
probably-
about like in general, like when
Probably
they
like
transform.
in his
where
like
do the
abdomen
seats
or
go?
stomach, you know.
Maybe
I don't know,
abdomen or
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
I would say back.
Okay. Probably
Like I do
depends on the
like how
transformer and
there
transform.
this is once again like unlike Transformers 4 and 5 where they kind of like ran away with the idea of like showing car parts of a transformer because a lot of the Autobots' designs rarely had
Like
that.
I said, everything just sucked into them. You don't know.
Yeah,
where it
exactly.
goes.
Like a good example is Hound. Like literally everything with his vehicle mode just kind of went inside out. Where in this one, like you can see, like there's his radios in his friend's chest. Like there's car parts everywhere. You can tell, like, hey, this is a transformer. It's like it's once again like this is a great, like finally a great representation of a smooth robot design that's not hard to look at. That also shows that it's a car.
Yeah.
And I just love the fact that he still has his movieverse transformation sound effects.
Mhm.
I thought they were gonna get rid of it, but I'm so glad they didn't.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, see, I think they actually go into his back or in his stomach.
Yes, back.
yeah.
I like how he's doing the classic how not to talk to a little person pose.
That he looks so clean.
Hey, little girl. Secretly, he's a
You
pedo.
want to get my white van?
Want some can?
Quick thought here. Here's the scene I was talking about. You see the brother,
you see the
guy
boyfriend
being held
right here.
together
Yeah.
or held by the
Yeah.
soldiers.
Yeah, that's the scene I was talking about.
Oh, look, it's John Cena.
Yeah, we have our first
Dun,
look at
dun,
Mr.
dun.
Burns. Because his name is Burns in this. What did I say?
Is it just me, or if you look on the left, there's a dude in a maroon shirt and khakis? He looks like a school teacher.
I think that's the possible.
That's
Maybe
like I think that's the
friend.
the
I
brother
think it's a
or
friend.
boyfriend. I want to say it's either brother or friend
I can't tell. I mean,
because
I don't wanna sound
obviously
racist,
Bumblebee's
but-
going to be your boyfriend, and we
Yeah.
can't have two boyfriends. That'd be weird to have a love
Yeah.
triangle in this.
Well, we have John Cena as Burns. I don't know what his first name is. I don't even think they ever said it. But
Yeah,
he's
just
playing
so far
Sector
just
7.
Agent Burns.
Yeah, Agent Burns. He's going to be part of Sector 7. This is mostly where I think a large majority of this kind of thing is going to be happening. Similar to how Sector 7 in 2007 was trying to get like the Transformers, like the Autobots. Now it's going to be a similar thing with Bumblebee.
Do you think we'll see a scene where, like, at the end of the movie, where John Cena, Agent Burns is just like, "Oh, well, I never got that robot. I guess I'll have to leave it up to my son, Seymour." Bum, bum, bum,
Could
bum.
that happen?
No, it won't. But
I mean, that would be cool if it could, but
they have two different last names, and that's just kind of weird.
I wonder. No, I mean, yeah.
Adopted son Seymour. Bum, bum, bum.
I'm just wondering what's happening here. Like, obviously, we see Bumblebee run off with Charlie, but why?
Like I
I
think
feel
for sure it's like she's in danger. My first priority is to get her out.
Can I say speculation?
Speculate, my boy.
Yeah, you can
Speculate.
speculate.
I have feeling that guy all the way in the back sold Charlie out or something like that, and I think there's like some type of reward or
like
something
Do you
like
think
that.
they're gonna
Jay
do
Miller?
like a similar thing with
AOE.
what's his fucking name? I can't remember. Lucas.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's gonna do the same thing.
Hey,
I have something to add.
What?
So, if you look at the tires on his back and you look at the tires in the forest scene, they're different wheels. So maybe he is in the Jeep mode in that forest scene.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
true.
so because this is his Volkswagen's mode right here.
Which fuels what's his face's theory about like that happening at the beginning of the movie.
Nacho Prime.
Yeah.
Oh, if you.
But again, I'm just really curious as to what's happening here. Like, this is interesting. I don't think
Yeah,
we've really
I'm-
seen this kind of
really
thing
like-
before.
Oh, sorry.
This
I also
Yeah.
don't think we've like ever seen a Transformer like grab someone like this without crushing their bones.
Yeah, that's my first thought. I was like, wow, that's. I really
So
hope
I'm like,
he's been
that's
really
a pretty. That looked
fragile
like it was
with
a
that.
pretty tight hold. Are you okay, Charlie? Got some few busted ribs. You were gonna walk it off? Okay, good. Just
You
I did.
might have a little bit of whiplash, but that's about it.
She doesn't even look scared. She kind of looks like, oh, okay, this is happening. But like,
Might have
once
had
she-
it planned. Like maybe they were standing there and they were surrounded. Maybe he just like grabbed her up and started like running or something, and then transformed into the beetle and just started like driving.
yeah.
Maybe there's like a chase scene because Transformer movies love their chase scenes.
Oh
this
yeah.
Really reminds me. This really reminds me of Iron Giant.
That's
Yeah.
true. Like, kind of like he grabs the boy and runs away from the government. Yeah, that's very true.
I just thought of something. What if like they implemented Charlie? Because there's some, Transformer animated, how there was this girl named Happy and she was sort of like a tomboy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think they like implemented something into the movie like that, or got inspiration.
Not bad.
Maybe. So I think the
Right.
next scene after this was.
Look at that shot. Superhero.
That's a pretty cool shot.
Yeah, it's nice.
It looks like he's just speeding around.
Like he really he gets
He's
out.
booking it. He is like
Yeah.
just running.
So yeah, here's
this is
our
also
military.
A really, really cool shot. I
Yeah,
love that. Like we see all of Sector 7 here.
Yeah.
And again, I think the reason Sector 7 is here is because I want to say they're going to take inspiration from the IDW comics, because in the prequel for the 2007 movie, Sector 7 did try to hunt down Bumblebee, and he was labeled as NBE2 because he was the second Transformer to crash on Earth.
Yeah, I really hope they do that.
I do like how because this is a different time period, and so like there's no like guys in black suits. It kind of became a more of a genre during the early 2000s. Like this is still like it's a military group, and it's still like there's no like difference between a military and here in this hidden military.
Yeah,
I just think
all
there's a visual difference. Like these guys like the thing you can know that hey, these guys in the future are going to be more guys in black suits, more ominous, more like secretive.
Stop.
He has a very fat neck.
That is a thick neck. I did notice that too, actually.
Yeah. That's like almost.
What?
It's not as bad as Optimus Cyberverse / Rescue Bots Academy thick, but it's there.
Yeah.
Oh god.
There's levels.
That man is thick with 3 C's.
Also, is that? God damn it. Also, those vehicles.
Mhm.
I know those are Hummers. At least I think they're Hummers.
Yep.
Were those made around that time?
Hummers?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not a car guy.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
I'll
I'll
accept
look
that.
it up.
I'm curious. I just because if they're going to be really staying true to the '80s, they need to make sure they're using the right thing. Because after this shot, after the next shot, I should say, because we just have I think it's just
Hummers
Bumblebee.
came out in 1992.
Yeah, some kind of Jeep then.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, I
Or
don't.
it might be
Hummer-
it might be a Humvee. which I think
Yeah,
is different.
because Humvees were first in like. the
Oh yeah, a
military.
Hummer is a civilian version of a Humvee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh god.
I was thinking of a Humvee. I forgot that was a thing. When were the Humvees made? Also, I want to know who that Asian guy is.
Seymour Simmons' dad.
He looks like he's
That's
ready to fight, ready to see Godzilla fight King Kong.
I mean,
Wait.
if I saw two robots coming in, I'm like, let them fight.
Hold on, I think
Guns
Dr.
down,
Prime-
gentlemen.
Hold on, I think
Big
Dr.
boys.
Prime.
Optimus Prime.
You notice the guy next to Burns, there's a guy named Powell. It is a reference to a character named Powell in the IDW comic. Oh, yeah.
Where does it say Powell? Oh, I see it.
Oh wow! Look at
Huh.
that.
Huh.
Oh,
That's cool.
That's pretty awesome. I did not know that. Thank you, Dr. Prime. Yeah. When did you say the
anything
Humvees were
else,
made?
or
Hold on. Did you
What?
say when the Humvees were made, Tyler?
So the Hummer is a civilian
No.
Humvee.
When the Humvees? When were they made? The Humvee.
Oh, let me look it up.
I just want to make sure they're staying true to their word here.
And if they're not, then we will sue them.
Well, we'd lose that.
They were made. Hold on.
Take your time.
They've been in service since 1984 to the present,
Okay. Good.
and the Hummer came out in 1992. So
Cyborg, stop picking John Cena's nose.
sorry. I never get a chance to do that.
I think it's a Jeep Humvee. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sending,
I think
I'm sending this live stream to John Cena right now as we speak.
What?
I'm sending this to John Cena as we speak, bud.
Good.
Well, great.
all right,
know
so,
that there are Transformers fans out there.
Are we all? So we're good with this image, right? Now we can talk.
Also,
the
this is a
major
beautiful
thing.
shot.
So our next shot. Well, here we go. First off, Bumblebee. Once again, so this is probably a chase away from Starscream. When we notice that his tire's been blown out here.
yeah.
Oh shit! I didn't even notice that.
So and once again, he's in his battle mask, and so far I do think that the movie will begin with him in the battle mask only, like to show that, like, you know, to the general audience, just in storytelling, the movie's gonna start with the Bumblebee being looked at as like a dangerous robot being
I wonder
chased by
if they
another
are going to
dangerous
go
robot.
the Logan route with that whole thing. Like, we just see the credits and then it kind of does black screen, then has more credits, and then skips and we see Starscream transform and try and fire up Bumblebee. I kind of want that now. I think that'd be a really cool way to start the movie. I just want to know, where the hell did he come from? He just showed up like a few thousand feet from the air.
He might have jumped onto Starscream or something, and Starscream flew really high into the air.
Oh yeah, I can see he transforms, he shoots him, and then Starscream grabs him from the ground, brings him to the sky and just throws him, just like he probably says I remember you, you're Optimus Prime's pet, throw. And then he's like, ah.
You think maybe Bumblebee's gonna do a TFP reference whenever he first fought Skyquake?
I mean, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
That would be cool, actually.
But
Oh,
then
he just kind of
Skyquake
gets
dies.
on him in jet mode and starts punching the shit out of his sides and rips out cables.
But then he dies.
Yeah, he technically died. Well, then if Starscream died, yeah, Starscream. Unless
They're
Starscream
not
Then
all
he
caught
comes
though.
back to life
Yeah.
at one point.
All right.
Maybe
Anything else?
Starscream was
Does anyone want to add anything here to this image?
I really did not imagine I would like Bumblebee as a Jeep, but here it is. Also,
Nice.
the battle mask, I'll get more into it later, but the battle mask looks very familiar. And like I said, I'll get into that when we get a better look at it.
All right, we see this, but then obviously the main.
Can I say something? Can I say
Yes,
something?
yes, go ahead.
Speaking of Starscream himself,
Oh, is that what you're transitioning?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's trying to.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, you'll get your thing to say. Just patience.
So as we see here, a jet in a very common color scheme.
it's Ramjet.
One that's,
everyone, it's Ramjet.
One that we remember from 1984, if you were around that time.
Mhm.
Also, a lot of people are kind of upset that Starscream here is not a F-15 Eagle. But
He never
It's
was
not
in this
that big a
universe, I
deal.
guess. So yeah.
but he's beautiful.
because Starscream is actually supposed to, in this anyway, he's supposed to be an F-4 Phantom.
Which, I guess, in my opinion, I'm not a fan of the design of the F4 Phantom. I mean, I'm just glad Starscream's in this movie and the actual color scheme they should be in. But I'm actually not a big fan of just the jet design of the F4 Phantom.
I will admit the jet design is really weird, and I don't think it would fit Starscream. But when we look at that robot mode, it does.
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah! This is
We
a
all
great
know it's
transition.
Ramjet. We all know it's
So I guess
And he
this
doesn't
would
look
be,
like
this
a
would be a
Dorito.
good point to mention this whole controversy going on that
Yeah,
people are
okay.
thinking that this is not Starscream.
This is the movie universe still. Okay, a lot of people are pretty much used to the fact that we think this vehicle is going to be this character, and it's not.
We thought Galvatron was gonna be Motormaster.
Okay,
Yeah, we
you
all
thought
thought-
that. Hold on, I've never defended that.
Okay,
A
a
lot of
large
people
majority
think
of us, minus Cyborg, thought he was going to be Motormaster.
Hmm.
We also
I knew he was
maybe this
gonna
might
be
be a stretch. Maybe some people who saw Dark of the Moon Megatron's design thought it was going to be like Onslaught, because who knows? It did look like that a little bit. I mean, let's not lie.
We thought we were going to
This
get
is not
Lucas.
Ramjet. This is Starscream. That head sculpt, the head
Yeah, that
mold
is
design, that is
I know.
Starscream. He has the vent
Yeah,
head. It is square, and that is the movie-verse face.
And TFA, you know me. You know, like when I never like confirm a character, like just speculation. Cause for Galvatron, Sentinel Prime, I'm like, hold on, it could be someone else different. Though I think with this movie's theme being, let's go very G1 with this movie, and with this design, like that, like the helmet design, like it's Starscream with that color scheme. Like, I would be hella surprised if Hasbro's confirmed, like, yeah, let's make it look like Starscream, but make him Ramjet because he also has white and red. That'd be a very dumb idea.
If it was Ramjet, he'd have to have the cone head.
I agree. Like, technically, G1's the original toy. He doesn't have a cone head, but like his iconic design
model,
is it's the cone head. Like they would not like that's a Starscream head.
So
Whoever said it's Ramjet should wrong.
We
I was
here at
joking,
TFTC
okay?
and
I was
Addicting
joking.
Entertainment and everything, you know, we try not to shit on other people's opinions, but when they're that blatantly stupid, and I'm sorry, but also not, because I'm honestly defending this, this is Starscream.
Yeah,
This is not Ramjet. This is fucking Starscream.
Now, what happened? What would you think would happen? Like this is like, yep, here it is. There's the enemy, the villain in the movie. It is confirmed to be Ramjet. What do you guys think?
Like,
I
I
wouldn't
wouldn't even watch
mad.
the movie. Wouldn't even watch the movie.
I wouldn't
I
even
wouldn't
be
care.
Okay, be realistic.
Realistically, I would be a little upset because, like, I mean, come on, that like you're saying that we had a chance to have this really great design for Starscream, and you're gonna make him not Starscream.
But this is a Travis Knight film, and knowing him, he stays true to core material.
I think so
Like,
too. I think he's also like hey, I want the fans to be happy. This is my first film. I want
Also,
to make them happy.
the transformation gives it away that this is Starscream.
Yeah, that's
Because
transformation
Ramjet,
starts-
Thrust, and Dirge don't really do a transformation similar to that of the original Seekers, Skywarp, Thundercracker, and Starscream. The wings fold up, the cockpit folds into the chest, and the legs form from the rear afterburner and the rear.
Even the wings
the front
flip
of the jet.
on the back.
Yeah.
I'm
They
very
flip up,
glad that they
just like
didn't
the
give
old
us a
toy.
full transformation and they didn't give us a full robot mode. I'm glad about that.
I do-
they
yeah, I
kinda
do- I'm-
because you
I'm
can
really
see his
curious
legs.
now.
Yeah, I mean they kind of do because you can see his legs a little bit.
But like,
It's
I
like-
for sure like because like obviously in the full final version, like he's like got this big like chunk of metal hanging on his chest here.
No,
But,
it's going to be finalized. This
yeah,
is
it's gonna be
just
folded-
looking-
it's gonna be folded
I mean,
in.
actually, who knows? Maybe that could be it. Maybe he's just looking up. Maybe it's the angle.
Yeah. I mean, like, but I think it's gonna be folded in, especially like with the scene's not finished yet because like you can tell he's bringing up a Gatling gun on his wrist here.
Gatling
Like-
gun / missile launcher. So it's like
Yeah,
a merge between
which is
Universe
good. Like,
and
I'm
Transformers Prime.
true, and this is like that is a Transformers like movie. Starscream's weapon has always been a mixture of two weapons, so I'm
Yeah.
glad they're keeping that as well.
Technically 3, because we have the 2 like firing weapons. Then we have the buzzsaw.
Yeah, that's right.
He has the buzzsaw. That would be cool.
Which I mean, overall, like if this like I'm not, I don't even really care if it is like like oh like it doesn't look like movie Starscream with the design. But then again, like we said previous in the stream, robots can change their design, if they want to, because it's just how they can. They can do it. They can adapt. So like I'm curious. Like I just like this design. I'm really happy for it. Lily, I have this in GIF form on my phone, and there are times where I would just like get on my phone and look at it on repeat over and over because I just love that scene.
Transformation is so smooth.
Yeah, it's great, and also it's funny that we mentioned previously for Bumblebee, like his robot mode is very smoother than previous Transformers movies, where this one is kind of like
It's still kind of Generation 1-esque, but it's more movieverse inspired because the Decepticons, while they're also about disguises, they're not afraid to show themselves.
If
And
you
they
notice,
want to look as threatening as possible.
if you notice, it kind of looks like he's reaching out. So maybe this is where he reaches out and grabs Bumblebee.
Well, I think
Oh
what he's
no,
doing is
he's
he's bringing out the
trying to
gun.
aim his gun.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he's just trying to aim the gun.
Oh, that's true. You can see he's got like a fist. Never mind.
And I'm trying to pull up the names of it, but so I want to more props to Travis Knight. So when it comes to visuals for especially for a hero and a villain, there's a certain word for it. I'm trying to find the words for it, but my phone's being an asshole. There's a word like you can tell something is nice because it's more smooth, where something is evil because it's jagged. where so like in Bumblebee where we saw he's very smooth, and it's like that means like it's friendly, like it's called the that's called the Booba effect, where the Starscream here, as you see, Starscream has a lot of sharp angles, and that just we in our minds associate sharp angles with like violence and danger. So that's called the Kiki effect. And you can see this a lot in Transformers War for Cybertron. A lot of the Decepticon designs are sharp and jagged, like Megatron his design was sharp and pointy, where Optimus Prime was very smooth and it's buff but like round. So this is another good example of like Bumblebee's round, so he is therefore not dangerous. Or Starscream here,
yeah, he's supposed to appear as an Autobot. He's supposed to have that Boopa effect.
Exactly. Where Starscream here, he is. As you can tell, there's a lot more parts to it. Yeah, it's a lot more parts to it. Like here we go, line here, sharp line here, pointed points. There's like points effect to the Kiki effect, where it's more designed to look more violent and deadly. Also, I noticed here, someone did a picture on Instagram, but I guess he, it's hard to see in this image, but like these things are also part of his helmet. Like he has like these like lines, like I don't know how they say like crests in the back of his head.
Yeah, his head is still supposed to be very movieverse-esque because he did kind of have those crests against.
Yeah, exactly. Only on the top. So like, I do like they're mixing in.
Yeah, this is just kind of like a Generation 1 helmet, which I like because it is still movieverse Starscream's face. It's just the helmet.
Exactly. Yeah. I just love that. So overall, we can agree, right, that this is Starscream, right?
Yes.
You know what it really looks like to me?
What?
It looks like the Combiner Wars Takara Ghost Starscream head.
I can see that. I also want to point out that this Starscream design, again, much like how I mentioned with Bumblebee, it feels like a various combination of like the Movieverse meets War for Cybertron games /
G1.
Yeah, G1 and maybe a little bit of kind of like maybe Transformers Prime in some aspects.
I feel like it's just a mashup of everything.
Yeah, they
I mean, if you
like
really want to go that
of
far,
stuff.
yeah, he has red, and Energon or Armada Starscream had red on him. But
Except for Beast Wars, none of them look like Beast Wars characters, so that's good.
Yeah, but yeah, I think everyone can agree this is Starscream, and there is no argument about it.
And I'm excited because CinemaCon shows that there's like CinemaCon they had a footage of him fighting Bumblebee. I'm really curious like where I just want to see the choreography with that. I was excited because like. And this is just like one Decepticon of the 3 that we're getting.
Yeah, or possibly just the 2. It could just be Starscream and Barricade.
True.
But technically it's not because that Plymouth GTR...
Yeah, and because like apparently in the CinemaCon footage, apparently like someone like it's been shown in the footage that the red one is a female.
Which honestly, I'm not complaining about because I don't have anything against female.
No, neither do I. I think it's great. Like the only females we really had besides Contessa and the RC twins, like the RC twins were all like jagged and weird.
Yeah,
they were
very weird. They were just like skeletons. But
and
now it has me wondering if that red Plymouth is a female, female Decepticon. Are they going to use Widowmaker's concept art? Because if so, I'd be okay with that.
That'd be interesting, like because her design shows that her face is very human, and I don't think they're gonna. I don't know if they'll go that route because like that's the thing they're trying to get away from is like because like the Last Knight's thing was also let's make them look more human. I think if I don't know like how it would look. I wouldn't be surprised.
The face and the head.
Yeah,
I feel like they're just going to probably use that main body design.
Like, do you think she'll be more slick, or do you think she'll be like, do you think she'll have a womanly figure, or do you think she'll have like a casual like humanoid body, but she has feminine
details?
Yeah, details. Kind of like Strong.
She's going to have the more like curvature of a female.
Because I look at the forums right now, and someone's making a forum where it's possible like like you said, the rival of Barricade is that because there's a red one and a blue one, and so everyone's presuming that the blue one is Barricade and the red one is this girl one, and that they are together.
Barricade. That'd be weird.
Yeah, the blue one is blue one's Barricade. The red one's.
But then again, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I want to see something real quick. I'm gonna go on.
All right, and also, keep in mind that in the Last Night, technically he's also blue. So hey, connections.
True, true.
But he was always a cop car, and a lot of people have said
Yeah,
that too,
that's
but I
true.
still
But like,
wanna put
I
that-
think like you don't need to stick to that like design. Like you don't need to always be a
Yeah.
cop car to a cop car. If anything, it'd be interesting if actually like for like I don't know so what if there is a scene where when Bumblebee fights Barricade in the red one, and they fight and and it ends with Bumblebee killing the red one. This could spark the Bumblebee Barricade rivalry.
It would be kind of like a love story sort of thing, and it'd be
Mhm.
interesting. I mean, it'd be totally different from something we've really seen before. Kind of
Yes.
Marvel-esque, though. It's
Like it just show like that would show like we've never seen a romance for Transformers before on movie screens. We've seen a lot on IDW, but for the movies, this would be the first one, and so I'd be all down for it. I mean, if it means giving Barricade's character, by all means, kill someone to do it.
I want to see if I can find that blue car now on set, because there were a couple cars on set. There was the.
It was like a Ford something.
I'm trying to think.
Oh, man.
Yeah, there was like a red Ford, and then I think there was a yellow. I don't know what kind of car that is. It looks like a. Yeah, I thought that was a Chevy Bel Air. Someone was thinking that could be Bumblebee too, but there's a.
All of them
Bel
are
Air.
Bumblebee.
And then there was some
We
something
are
else.
Bumblebee.
I sting like a bee.
Shipped like. Oh man, I can't find. God, there was a set photo a while back where there was a blue car on set, and now I can't find it.
Oh, is it like is it like the car from Cars?
What?
You're talking about that with the I forgot what it was called.
I know what you're talking
Oh,
about.
wait, here it is. Here it is. Okay, I think I
It's
actually
like a-
found it. Yeah, it was like a blue convertible car, and it's a very dark blue. And looking at Generation 1 Barricade's toy, it's the same kind of blue. So what I'm thinking is maybe that car that isn't technically confirmed to be a Transformers character is Barricade. And a lot of people are probably going to shit on that idea because it's like, oh no, Barricade has always been a cop car. Why would it be so different? Well,
No, he hasn't. He hasn't always.
they can, as we've mentioned multiple times here before, the Transformers in this particular universe can adapt their shape to anything that they want.
Yeah,
And
any
I
color.
literally mean anything. We've
I have
seen
a
Laserbeak transform into multiple different alt modes. Like we've seen him transform into like a multi-CD player, a fucking
pink Bumblebee.
copier, a pink Bumblebee. So they can really transform into anything. So I wouldn't be surprised if that blue car was Barricade.
I have a question.
What?
Is Barricade an original movie character, or was he a G1 character too?
He was in a couple of things before the movies. I looked him up.
Barricade was a Generation 1 Micromaster at the very beginning.
Like as the character of Barricade that you know of, technically yes, he originally in the movies.
But as a character in general through the whole Transformers franchise.
Yeah, there's been a Transformers named Barricade, but it's not like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
was just off as a Micromaster dragster in a dark blue with like a yellow and burgundy kind of paint job. But the fact that he was dark blue and there's a dark blue convertible car on set, I want to say it was Barricade.
And maybe he's.
I'd be down to confirm that too. Like, I would not be surprised to see like that blue car being Barricade.
But now I'm curious. It's like, how is that design gonna fit like the movie versus design we saw in the first movie? How is that gonna? Or if they go that route, they go with.
That's the thing. Like they could totally make it to where a Barricade looks like because because of Hasbro and stuff like that, they like to like make people like recognize the character, and it's possible that people recognize Barricade more from the last night since it's more recent. And unfortunately, if it may be where like they gave him that design in this movie.
Now I kind of don't want that design because I like.
Neither do I. No, I want the 2007 one. In fact, so did the concept artist. If you remember, all the concept art had Barricade with his original face and a new body.
He was supposed to have sunglasses. That would have been fucking cool.
That too, yeah. So I'm like, why didn't they do that? Like, who in Paramount or Hasbro's like, no, give him a new face because we're going to use the promotion for the toys, even though you didn't use that same face for the toys. You use a whole different face for the toys. So really, what's with the face?
Yeah, that was weird. But then again, I can kind of see why, because Barricade's head for the TLK like concept art was really kind of fat.
Like I mean, which if anything, if anything, the concept art for Barricade, specifically the face with the sunglasses, is kind of similar to here with Bumblebee, where his face was more filled in. Yeah, it was teeth, and then sunglasses, but that they didn't use that. So would I do I think Barricade's going to look like 2007 one in this one? No. If anything, either one, he's going to have the Last Night design, or two, a whole separate new one than the previous two.
I just hope during Comic-Con we get some look at the Bumblebee toys to get a
Me too.
look at these
Yeah.
characters.
When's Comic-Con?
July.
Late July, yeah.
Like July 22nd or something.
Yeah,
I'm ready for Bumblebee toys. I'm ready.
Because like I said before, the Studio Series is going to be taking care of the Bumblebee toys because they're going to be making gimmicky stuff for the little kids because everyone loves Bumblebee, and it's going to be more fitting for them, and this is going to be for us collectors.
Yeah, luckily, like for 2019, we have a lot of deluxes on listed for Studio Series
until next year.
There's 11 deluxes designed for 2019 only, unnamed. So for sure, a lot of them will be like Bumblebee, 2018 Barricade, the Plymouth,
Starscream.
Yeah, like Starscream. I can see them they'll make it into the Voyager. Which man, that'd be 3 Voyager Starscreams in that list. Damn.
I kind of now hope that whenever they do Starscream, we better also kind of get Skywarp and Thundercracker. But technically, not because we have.
It's sad that after 6 movies we never got them, even though they're so iconic.
Yeah.
What's with
They're
that?
the trio, man. You can't get. I mean, you already did it, so I can't even say it.
Like I do kind of like technically, and like I guess it's not in the movie and probably not even canon, but technically
the
you can
Human
say
Alliance game.
Well, there's that. But I was gonna say that Thundercracker is a Dark of the Moon character because the Studio Series says it.
Yeah.
Like he could just be in the background, doing bullshit. Also, I guess technically he's the basis for the KSI boss design since he was in Dark of the Moon technically. And he's the same design.
Chaos somehow.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot big thing with it's a lot of weird stuff. Like also when's speaking of the Human Alliance game, when's the new one coming out? Is it out?
What's the one called again? Darkness Rising?
Yeah, I heard it came out. It's going to come out near May, like end of May.
Maybe
but
it already came out and there's just been nothing about it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't gotten to Dave Buster's since, so
yeah, because this
it
one's
could be
like the Dinobots and everything in it.
Yeah, and all the Starscreams were KSI drones. God, that'd be cool. I'll need to go back to my Dave Buster's to see if it's in there because I have not seen it. I have not heard anything of it.
Yeah. Yeah, we already confirmed Starscream. We already gave our. It's Starscream. It's just
Starscream.
Jet, shut up.
Do you guys? Do you think does this look like the Starscream from the 2007 toy?
Are you talking about the one repaint that was like a Target exclusive and then a
Walmart but with a different head mold?
Yeah,
I
the
honestly
Pro
think so. And now I'm technically tempted to get it, even though it's an F-22.
Yeah. Hell, if anything, it doesn't. Starscream can do anything because these robots can do anything. They can totally look like that and be like, whatever. This is my form now.
I find it funny that a lot of people are kind of getting a little upset that it's like, oh, he's not really his movie trilogy design, but I'm over here thinking like, I like this.
Yeah, no, like I want more of this kind of thing.
Yeah, this fits Starscream. Like, I mean,
I get a Soundwave that actually has like a visor and a faceplate too. Come on, Travis, awesome. Make more of this.
Just no Bumblebee too.
Seriously, I don't. If they do continue this story, I don't know if I want I don't know. Like, do you think Travis Knight can do a full Transformers movie?
I just.
Like he did for sure. He does great with character development and emotion. But do you think he has enough to do a full a summer blockbuster?
Like for this movie specifically?
Like let's say this one is good and cool. We're going to do a sequel of Transformers. We're doing a sequel of Bumblebee, but it's just going to be a Transformers movie where it's not just focused on Bumblebee. It's focused on two factions.
Considering he made a little video saying that the trailer's coming out and he's played with Transformers when he was a kid and everything and he watched it. I feel he can probably do something like this. He knows what he's doing when it comes to movies.
Yeah, I hope because I feel if he does do a bigger Transformers budget, he knows what he's doing because I feel like after a while Michael Bay's just put that robot in there, put that robot in there and then make him fight. Just put him in there. I don't really care who's in there. Just make him fight. I want him to take care on who's in the movie. Give them each amount of character and story. I don't know. I feel like with Transformers, like you have to like be careful of how many characters you put in a story.
Yeah,
It's easy to give certain characters to story in this one because it's only focusing on 4 robots.
and that was an issue that we had with the 2007 and beyond. Like even when
Yeah.
we had 5 Autobots in TLK and Age of Extinction, it was
Mhm.
still a struggle to do character development because you have
Exactly.
5 different characters here, and we're supposed to somehow manage to make this all work and still continue the main story.
Even with 2 films, like Drift has what is Drift's
There
character
is
besides
no
that he's
character
Japanese?
development. He's just a living racial stereotype, and
Yeah,
as much as I hate it, it fits him.
So yeah, if they do continue this saga, even if it may not be Travis Knight, if anything, I wouldn't mind if it's like, unless I really like this movie, then please more Travis. But if not, then hey, just get another director,
someone who knows their stuff.
someone who knows what they're doing.
I really I'm sick and tired of Transformers movies where it's like we know the characters' names, we know how they somewhat act, but that's it. Like, get someone who knows their stuff to the core. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, this is Starscream. This is not Ramjet.
Right,
Shut up.
All right, sorry. Yeah, we've been lingering on this for a while.
No, we were lingering on because we were just stuck on this.
Yeah.
I
all
wanna
right,
say
so
something about this entire trailer.
yes,
I really like this tone because all the other Transformer movies have been like world threatening, and this only looks like it's threatening to this like town.
yeah, I do
I
like
like
it's
that.
contained. Like it's there's
Yeah.
it's not like you have to go to Egypt and London and the
No,
Himalayas.
it's not like a world-based adventure. Because first off, this is all filmed in one location,
Yes, it's only been filmed in California. That's it.
which that's pretty impressive.
Mhm.
Because it looks like it's different.
Yep, and it is lower budget. Like I'm glad that recently the movies with lower budgets have been shown to be just as good as movies with higher budgets. So that, which is another thing where I'm like, if you give Travis a lot of money, like I'm just kind of scared, like can they do it right?
Yeah.
Like there's obviously movies where they do it great with like Avengers, for example, where there's a whole bunch of cast of characters, but they give everyone the screen they needed. Where like Transformers were like it's just as long as a movie, but like Drift's been there for like 12 seconds only, but like then Mohawk has more screen time, but Mohawk's he's dumb.
Again, it's just another racial stereotype.
Yeah, so
Drift was literally there to cut off Onslaught's head. That was it. And
Onslaught,
to swipe.
oh yeah, Onslaught, yeah. A lot of characters don't. Oh, crap, we gotta stop going back to last night. Bumblebee, what about him?
This scene just really has me curious. Also, I see that he still has his classic trope of I'm going to partially transform my arm out and grab something or shoot something. Like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I do like that. I guess.
Well, the Beetle doesn't have a big turning radius, so he had to use his arm.
No, I can understand that, but what I mean is, like, I also like that this is another thing within the species of this Transformers universe. They can just transform parts of themselves for their robot modes into their vehicle modes. Not stealth force, like literal limbs of their bodies. I think that's really cool.
Can I speculate for a minute?
You're allowed to speculate. That's what this is all about.
Okay.
What is it?
So, okay, he fights Starscream in his Jeep mode. Then he runs away, transforms this mode, and this is what's going on. Like, he might be, like, driving away or something.
I see somebody inside.
I want to say this is going to be like one of those classic cartoon tropes where it's like he's driving on the wrong side of the road, though he doesn't know. And then all of a sudden, like a truck or a car comes in and he has to veer off to the side and it almost goes over a cliff.
But I see someone inside the vehicle. I don't know if that's
for sure. Like, yeah, it's Carly. My visual, like for me, what I think is that like let's say like they're like driving and they're having like just a nice moment, but then like let's say like you can see like they're driving, but there's another car like driving right, like kind of like next to each other, and then they like just a interruption, a scene that interrupts them talking, and just like let's say it's a red car, just kind of smacks into the side Bumblebee, just throws everyone off guard.
You're thinking it might be the debut of the Decepticon, don't you?
Yeah, I think like they're just driving normal, and then like just like maybe you just see 2 headlights, but you don't really care until like they kind of get closer to them, and then just ram them over.
You might be onto something there. So I watch you predict it. Watch you fucking predict it.
I'm sorry, I'm just too good.
I'm back.
Hey, normality.
I'm back again.
But yeah, this is something that's. I know it's nothing new. Thank you, Neos Prime. I was just pointing it out. I just like that. That's a thing that the Transformers in this universe do.
Yeah, I do love like every movie. Like they just you see that they can do so much more. It still kind of bugs me with the whole Bumblebee falling to pieces and stuff. If anything,
That still pisses me off.
Yeah.
Come on. It's like, how else are you gonna die
Like
now?
I for sure don't think that's gonna happen in this movie. I don't expect him to fall to pieces and come back together.
I hope to God.
I still personally think that that's a KSI upgrade after the Age of Extinction because there's just no other way that would make sense. That he's the only one that does it, and like there's no way that he survives after that.
If you notice,
Transformium does the exact same thing. So I think that is a KSI. Like, thank you for saving my life. KSI will upgrade Bumblebee. Cool, he can now fall to pieces.
If you notice,
choice was technically what?
If you notice right here, the door is folded up so that the arc can come out.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of like that.
You see like a curved yellow piece inside.
So maybe that was.
Yes, you do.
So it could be his underarm.
Yeah. Makes me curious now. But I just
Robot
like it's a classic trope, but it's cool.
Brian's in the chat.
All right. Well, I sent a link. Yeah. I think moving on is just this scene. I absolutely love. Not the fact that it's Bumblebee being cute. It shows power. It shows real emotion here.
Like, if I have to speculate what the scene is, I think this is there for a while.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think if anything, even though it could just be a cameo, let's say this is what I speculated a while back, and I think I mentioned this in the stream a while back, but I think how this movie may end is that Bumblebee's gonna be caught in the corner with like 3 cons, and then you just hear a big honk, and all the cons look behind them, and they see a red truck just kind of plowing in.
You think they're gonna do like an '86 scene?
Yeah, like he's like, it's like, and then Optimus may save the day, quote unquote, and then
if Optimus is gonna be in this movie, you think he's gonna have his trailer?
No, I think they may just keep a truck. Just truck.
Anyways,
like it is, they're trying to do G1. If they do the trailer, they're for sure gonna make a joke where it just kind of like he's just gonna abandon it and transform.
Where did it go? G1.
But yeah, I for sure I can see it too, like where Optimus saves the day, Starscream shakes his fist and say next time, flies away, and Optimus Prime's like, I'm here for you, Bumblebee, because we have word the Allspark's on this planet, and Bumblebee's like, I have to go. I love you, Carly.
I feel this is just such a powerful scene.
Despite
it's only a few seconds long, it's really it hits hard. Like again, this is something we never really seen before.
I don't remember seeing this scene in the trailer.
It's a real quick shot.
Yeah, it's legit.
Look at that.
But yeah,
I cannot wait for this movie.
That's a goodbye hug for sure.
You can see the pain in her face.
Yeah.
I need to see this movie now, please.
Oh,
that.
Now we get, or maybe this is like the final battle. It's like,
sure. Was it someone online pointed out that he is captured in this scene, like with these harpoons?
And,
I didn't even see that.
Sector 7.
Damn.
For sure. Like he's
break.
like I bet for sure. Like there's gonna be a scene where like Sector 7 comes in harpoons, and then like he sees like an agent grabbing Carly. He's just like, nah, fuck that, and it's like goes beast with a double E there. I'm just gonna let you know.
Imagine just like Bumblebee kills literally everything. Just like, that's my best friend. You touch her, I'm gonna murder.
Which and also a previous stream, TFA. I'm pretty sure this is when the guy said, "Oh, I saw a Bumblebee turn into an actual bee face." I'm pretty sure he means this.
I think this is what he meant because there's a concept that we saw before.
Yeah, the hype cone thing.
This honestly takes a lot of inspiration from that old concept to the point where it's the compound eyes because you can see like the hexagonal design within the optical ridges, and it's awesome.
It's pretty cool.
And then he actually has like the little antenna sticking out of his head.
Yeah.
G1.
But I would never expect. I didn't even notice those harpoons. I just thought he was like.
Yeah.
But Bumblebee can't get a fucking break.
That mask.
2007, he even got harpooned by Sector 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say
come on.
after the scene's over, he's just like, I swear, if I ever get harpooned again, and gonna be happy about it 20 years
Probably
later.
the same
Fuck.
thing's gonna happen again. He's gonna get pissed off. He puts the battle mask down. He's like, "You bastards, you hurt me." It's like, "No, they're okay." And I'm like, "Oh, but I want you to kill them."
But they're so murderable.
And then by age of extinction, he's like, "Fuck this."
Oh, Brian actually makes a good point. What if the harbor is a Sector 7 outpost?
Ah,
Ooh.
that's interesting. In fact, actually, the harbor, you bring up an interesting point because so
Next
the
scene.
harbor was not supposed to be in the script. Travis Knight, like way while back during filming, he said that he changed the ending of the third act for something to do with the story, and he changed it to a harbor instead. So just keep like when we watch this movie, keep in mind that apparently this was not in the original script. It was a harbor was the second choice. Like he said that for story reasons, I had to change it to this harbor.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, those eyes, like the mask's like eyes really look like insect eyes.
They look like bee eyes, or like
Yeah.
insects. Yeah.
Waspinator confirmed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He's supposed to have that compound eye kind of look, like an actual insect would have.
I swear if he turns green.
Waspinator.
Yeah, I saw a great.
Waspinator
Someone
is
edited that.
Bumblebee's
Yeah, I watched someone edit the. He made the yellow green, and they made the blue's eyes purple. And it does look like a good Waspinator.
That would be
What
pretty
if
cool.
like that, like his
Badass.
like his Hulk out, just like he like that's it.
No,
You're really mad now.
we
I'm
don't
green.
really know if any Transformer have that kind of ability in this universe.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's like a really.
That'd be
cool
cool
concept.
though. I mean, it would also be
It'd
very
be a cool
weird.
concept. I like weird.
Like if Bumblebee had a kind of like an alter ego sort of thing, like a separate.
You know that
son.
would actually be a cool concept. Someone should like write that.
If I had a Waspinator, well, animated Waspinator movie. Well, technically, wait, I have a Transformers Prime one.
Or it's like alternate personality something.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. Like he has like one where it's like the Hulk sort of thing. But anyway, that'd just be also a little. But yeah, I just can't get over that mask. That looks really cool. I thought it was gonna freak me out, but no, this is actually pretty good looking because he does kind of
looks
have
really
the mandibles.
badass.
He has like the compound eyes. He has the antenna.
So actually, this being a good point. What are you guys' favorite battle mask design for Bumblebee? We have, I think,
This
now
one.
4.
Technically 5 because the last night also.
I would
okay.
honestly, I would say this one. This just one
I'd-
looks just so like it just looks really
I'd-
fucking badass and
I'd
good.
say TLK. I mean, no, AOE.
I do. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I
was
like
just about to
TLK's
say, Age of Extinction.
mask. I like.
I love the previous ones. I love the original, and I love the one for TLK, and I like this one. But I can't turn away from AOE. Something about that looks
True.
really
Age of
cool.
Extinction is like it is very like Wasp. Like it's scary. Like it's like.
Yeah.
But
I feel
again,
like
I think.
it's like
Sorry, go ahead.
AOE and this one are very similar.
Yeah. Like the AOE version looks like more up there, like more advanced.
Yeah, this is like a beta version of that.
Well, if you've ever seen the actual head of a wasp, this looks exactly like it, like shape and everything.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'd say so. I wouldn't say that about the AOE one. The AOE one just looks like it's Stinger's head, just yellow and
Yeah.
black.
Do you think we'll ever get like a studio series Age of Extinction Bumblebee with like the Stinger's design? Like just remold the car to make it the Camaro?
I think
Quite
so.
possibly.
Like,
And
I
even
wouldn't.
then,
I would totally
if
get
we-
it.
Even then, if we don't, the AOE Bumblebee we got is just as good.
Yeah, that's true.
I
yeah.
want to get a high octane Bumblebee, like without like the stubby arms.
I don't think that's gonna happen, unfortunately, because he was kind of. I don't know.
Like
I don't
the
even
high
have
octane
any
Bumblebee,
video
like,
series figures yet, so
like the
Uh,
the. Can I finish?
but let's go ahead and finish this up real quick. So,
Sorry, I feel bad for Prowl here. He's trying to talk here.
yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Pearl.
Wait, what?
That was me.
That was-
Oh, sorry.
But, like-
People sound the same.
Sorry.
I can get the confusion, but
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
I feel like I like the Bumblebee from Age of Extinction. Like I forgot the name. But you know what I'm talking about. But like his arms are like stubby though, and like I don't like
Yeah,
that.
you were right. That you said high octane earlier. That was right.
I forgot what I said.
That's okay.
whose
I
audio?
don't
is
think
it?
the issue with. I don't think he really had stubby arms. I mean, they were a little short, but that's kind of to make up for the fact that it was kind of a remold of the Dark of the Moon one.
I would have just I'm probably just gonna get the Dark of the Moon and just put his arms on there if possible.
I wish you luck with that because I think it's also slightly downsized as well.
Well,
I think.
I might do some blacksmith magic and shave and stuff.
Yeah. So, because we've been talking about this for a
I
little
do
while now.
customize when I do want to.
I have to say, I have to agree with Dylan on this. I love that mask for this one. It looks so good.
Yeah.
I like that they used an old concept. I'll just say that.
Oh, actually, it's totally off topic. It's Dylan. I need it's a very important question. How do you spell your name?
Dylan.
Thank you so much. At work, someone ordered food for Dylan, and we could not, for the life of us, spell the name Dylan. Thank you. All right, off topic.
Like you owe me $20.
Well, it's spelled several different ways. Some spell it Dillion.
Oh, that's all my coworkers spelled it, but we're like, that's no way. That's how I spell it. All right, well,
it's one of the ways.
Gotcha. All right, cool. We're both right then. All right, sorry. Back to topic. So here we got one of the best scenes that I think in the trailer.
I don't think we've ever seen this kind of thing happen.
It's Vortex. No, I'm kidding.
I honestly don't think we've ever seen a Transformer trying to save a vehicle or human. I mean, we've seen them we saw Bumblebee obviously try to save Sam, but not like anything like this.
See, I think it's funny actually. So like Bumblebee grabs a helicopter. It reminds me way back when I first watched Transformers 2007. And there's a scene where Optimus Prime's running on the roof, and the helicopter's passing him, and I'm like, oh, cool, Optimus Prime's going to save the helicopter. Just passes it. Like, hang on, Sam. Passes it.
This helicopter is way bigger than Bumblebee.
Yeah, I just realized he pretty much let 2 humans die.
Yeah, he totally did. But he's like, fuck, hang on, Sam. As a kid, I was like, oh, he's going to catch that truck. He's going to catch that copter.
Oh,
that's so Optimus Prime of him. He's like, nah.
Prime before 2000. He was mere... God,
Wait, so
man,
you're saying he would save a little kid who's screaming his head off, but you wouldn't save 2 army men? Okay.
That hurts. That genuinely kind of hurts.
What about that one family?
But Bumblebee doesn't though. Bumblebee does the right thing and grab the copter.
I also, just because in every Transformers movie you hear it, I love that you hear that metal thunking sound effect the moment Bumblebee makes impact with this helicopter.
Like the crashing, like metal?
Yeah. Like the metal thunk that you always hear where it's like...
Wait.
Yeah.
Where was Bumblebee when Galvatron cut that car in half?
He
I don't know, but I think the driver was safe.
I don't think anyone was safe.
There was like a kid sitting in the middle.
Ooh, that's. Oh, I don't want to think about that. That's just me.
Oh god!
Like another example of them killing humans is in DOTM. No, maybe the guy got out, so maybe I'm completely wrong here and I just missed something. But like that red car, if you look in one tiny shot, you can see somebody in the back seat, and then in the back seat. Then a few shots later, you never see anybody get out of that car, and then Ironhide throws crankcase on it, then kicks into that fucking store, and then it explodes. And I'm like, what is the guy still in there? Like, what the hell? I never saw him get out.
I remember seeing some humans run past whenever the dreads were about to engage.
There's a lot of human casualties. No wonder the humans want them all.
Ironhide just wasn't paying attention.
But
Ironhide wasn't. Ironhide. Oh, never mind. I'm going off topic. Continue.
But what I like about this particular scene here is like we're not seeing the aggressive side of Bumblebee. His face mask is up. And he's trying to save this helicopter, no matter who it is. It could be Sector 7. It doesn't matter. He's still trying to save this helicopter. And also, I just want to point out the CGI in this particular whole scene is beautiful.
Oh yeah, I agree. This is where I'm like, for sure they're working on some scenes like this shot. I agree. Like it looks good compared to other scenes in the trailer.
Really realistic looking. Like that.
Yeah,
looks like he's right there holding that helicopter. That helicopter isn't CG. It can't be. I
need to watch this movie in 3D.
Hopefully there's IMAX.
I hate 3D, so fuck no.
I don't know if they'll promote that in 3D. Sorry, go on.
I don't think so. And then I think just unless anyone else has anything to want to say about this.
Can I say something really quick about the human casualties thing?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, they totally had a lot of human casualties. Goes to Dark of the Moon Chicago battle in the beginning where they vaporized humans.
That's a good point.
Well, to be fair, the Autobots weren't around.
Yeah, that's their job.
Yeah, they were faking their death.
Technically dead at that point.
Yeah,
they were faking their death.
I still don't get their plan though. So we're just gonna go into hiding, let them just murder humans.
Oh,
then we're gonna come out of hiding and then start attacking them.
It was it's either that infiltration tactic You know,
Yeah.
some armies actually do that sort of thing. Yeah, it's
Make them
casualties,
think
but
that they won, but they didn't.
yeah, it's to catch them. It's to catch the
I don't
enemy.
know. I felt like if it was just like a couple buildings full of humans, whatever. But like it was like entire city. I felt like that was a bit like
Did you
okay.
see that?
It was my
Did you
city.
see that?
It's
It's
my
either that
city.
or enslave all of humanity to make it to build Cybertron. So
True.
This is
Yeah.
my
And even
city.
then, possibly risk even more casualties because, for all we know, we can't breathe on Cybertron.
that's
The
correct.
needs
Yeah.
of the
So
many
I
outweigh
hope
the
they,
needs of the few.
I hope they realize that. Like, how do we actually send them to work there?
The
Oh,
needs
no.
of
You know,
the
that's
many
something,
outweigh the-
again, kind of going off topic, that's something that's also been baffling my mind. Why is it in different continuities Cybertron is toxic to us? In Generation 1, Spike was fine whenever he went on Cybertron.
That's right. Yeah.
He was like,
In Transformers Armada, the humans were... No, they actually had to wear protective gear, so it was like then they had to worry about that kind of thing. It's just... Why is Cybertron... It's...
Because there's no trees.
If you think about it, there's like no atmosphere at all.
Oh,
So-
Yeah, and then, obviously for 80s, like 80s cartoons are not going to actually go that far to be like, oh, we should probably get Spike a suit.
Hi, Brian.
Brian is very creeping me out right now.
Brian, you look
Brian.
beautiful.
Moving on to the final shot, because I don't think anyone else
That
has
final shot.
You look
We will
amazing.
see
bro.
Jeep Bumblebee apparently take down another Humvee.
Mhm.
Which
The
I think is
world
honestly
needs
where he
you,
probably
Bumblebee.
scans this. I want to say this is where he probably scans this mode, maybe.
Yeah,
Or it looks like he finished off.
This scene does like
There's a
kind of
Humvee
baffle
right
me
there.
because like it's like that it doesn't look like he took down that Jeep and all, like, but I still, in my opinion, like I think the Jeep mode is what we see first. So like I don't know how that plays into
I agree.
this
You-
beginning.
What if
of
this
the
is
movie.
like...
Do you
When-
think he
what if
changes
Starscream
color when he
comes-
transforms?
Oh
What
my
do you-
god.
Do you think Starscream might be on the ground? Like Bumblebee is looking at Starscream and just being like, "You're messing with these humans. Back off." Because it looks
It's
like
possible,
he's staring
I mean,
at
like-
someone.
Like he's for sure. Like if anything, like I think maybe if let's say that this is a Bumblebee Starscream fight like, in this scene, and maybe like Sector 7 tries to jump in because it is like aliens attacking. We gotta jump in with Sector 7, and like
Barricade.
when they let's say like maybe if anything, maybe Bumblebee's like Bumblebee breaks the Jeep, and this human just looks up and sees this, and he's like, "Don't interfere. You're gonna die if you try this." Because you know.
Don't interfere. I
Starscream,
have your
Starscream.
reasons.
Have no fear. Bumblebee is here. And he
Then
just
again,
broke
I
his heart.
find it really interesting that Bumblebee manages to actually fit a Jeep style
Have no
look.
fear. You can't see me is here.
Maybe this version of Bumblebee is actually taller, but I don't think so.
He was inside of a garage. I don't think that. No.
Never.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
like,
that's when he had
No,
the
what I'm
beautiful
saying
one.
is this alt mode of Bumblebee, but it wouldn't be. I'm saying that compared to the truck right there.
yeah.
Mhm.
That's funny,
Like and
I
also
guess,
like
yeah.
we just talk about if this is part of the movie universe, which it probably is that like we've seen Bumblebee tall before, and he shrinks down to this movie, and he's tall again, and like we mentioned in the stream multiple times,
Yeah, Bumblebee
This-
grows. The Transformers do
Yeah.
grow.
the anatomy of
Wait,
the
it
guys are very weird.
So, does that mean like, because like if Transformers can like literally like change their entire look or like change their entire structure, could they essentially have a healing factor?
Yeah,
Kind of,
Optimus
yeah,
Prime
I
did.
believe the Age of
That was pretty
Extinction, Optimus Prime's changing
Yeah.
mode to
That's
mode.
exactly
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
Well, Bumblebee
Yeah.
in Age of Extinction literally changed it to look like Stinger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We mentioned that. Like we mentioned a lot in the stream about like how Transformers, literally, their anatomy can be very versatile because they can literally
Yeah.
do anything they want.
I
Like,
need
they
to point
kinda
this
went
out.
more factor.
I wish
I
we
need to
kinda
point
went
this
down-
out. When Bumblebee transforms for the first time in this trailer, it kind of surprises you because originally in the first one, that was your first time seeing a Transformer in general, so it had to be a huge thing. It had to be a big deal. So Bumblebee looked massive. In this one, it's coming into a smaller story. So when he transforms, it kind of stumps you, and you're surprised by that. And I think that's something nice about Travis Knight. It seems like everything for the transformation in this film with Bumblebee seems to have an actual reason and not just, hey, this guy transforms. Take, for example, when he's transforming on the beach, do you think that he's giving some trust to Haley Steinfeld's character because he's out in the open now?
That's not a bad way to look at it.
Yeah,
I like that. I agree.
as do I.
So, I just thought of something that's kind of funny that I wanted to say. Is that okay if I like bring a little bit of humor into this?
Does it involve John Cena?
No.
All right, you're good.
All right.
So in the scene where like it shows Bumblebee's face under the car,
Under
the
the
first
sea.
thing the first thing I thought of was just like robots in disguise.
That's still such a weird scene. That just creeps me out a little bit, but it's whatever.
Robots in disguise. Disguise.
Speaking of disguise, Starscream!
That's exactly what I thought of when I first said.
Ah! Can I talk about him quickly?
Yeah, I mean, you
Starscream
kept in late.
and
Like,
Ramjet.
I'm curious because I
Ramjet.
noticed that you had a lot of videos on Bumblebee, so I'm really curious to your opinions on this trailer.
This Starscream looks impressive. I am blown away. He does not have the guns on his shoulders though, but I don't mind them being on the lower arm because
0 out of 10.
because the original movie Starscream had his weapons on his lower arms. And
Yep.
to anyone that says this is probably Ramjet, no, why would they make this character who obviously looks like Starscream and make him a different character? That doesn't make sense to me. And the
Most
fact that he's an
people don't know
F4
who
Phantom,
Ramjet is.
who cares what kind of jet mode he is? It's gray and red. It's
If it walks like a
Also,
duck
no one
and
cares
quacks like a
about
duck,
Ramjet.
it's Starscream.
yeah,
And
literally like
considering
Starscream.
this
If it cocks like a chicken and acts like a chicken, then yeah, it's chicken leg Starscream.
and considering that this movie does follow a lot of Generation 1 inspiration, that's also kind of a key clue.
I
It
even
has a
just realized.
Bumblebee in a garage with Haley Steinfeld.
I just
I
realized
feel-
that you know how when Bumblebee transforms, this is probably stretching the imagination, but I just like to think of it. When Bumblebee's transforming, you can see the head from underneath, which is kind of like a nice nod to the Transformers toys. On Starscream, it almost looks like on his arm you could see a couple of tabs.
Oh my god, you can.
Huh.
And
Oh,
his
it's
mouth
Weird.
looks like the movie Starscream, but I love the red going through his face when he's transforming.
From what I see right now, I kind of feel like Starscream's gonna
Hello?
have a very similar, like at least body
Hi.
shape
Sorry, hold on.
to
I'm
the
gonna
Fall of Cybertron.
one quick second. I'm gonna stop here. And I'm gonna change it to a GIF so we can just have that ongoing.
Yeah.
Oh, his wings do transform like the Starscream, so I don't know why
Yeah,
people.
yeah, we mentioned that in
Yeah, I talked about the transformation. It is pretty much G1 Starscream in movie style. And I also
He
said
looks like
about the
he's gonna
face.
have like. Sorry, he looks like he's gonna have like a very similar shape to what he did in Fall of Cybertron.
Yeah, that too. But I also did say the face is very that is movie style face with just like a
Yeah.
Generation 1.
I will make another point is that the windscreen does fold up into his back, but part of it does go to his chest. So.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Bumblebee trailer. I don't want to talk about that one scene because yes, while it was comedic, it's also
Never gonna give you up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Never gonna let
It's
you
unnecessary
down.
because
Never
it's
gonna
like-
run around and desert you.
it's unnecessary mainly
You
because
got the
it's like
touch. You got the
only-
power.
Michael.
what?
No, I'm talking the other one.
I'm back.
The thing was, I just didn't want to talk about it because yeah, that was kind of seen, and the only thing I can really say is Charlie teaches Bumblebee to speak through the radio.
Yep. So that's the
how
origin.
I learned from it. That's all there is to say. Honestly, there's nothing
Yeah.
else.
And then he almost shoots her friggin' head off.
I did.
what if she
I did
didn't
see a funny
move?
Tumblr post where, like, it's that last shot of the trailer with the radio, and I just see a picture of Soundwave saying, "That's my job."
Yeah.
Do you think video's gonna kill that scene?
Yes.
If anyone gets what I'm talking about,
I don't deserve a clap.
Music's good.
video killed the
radio star. Oh, the radio star. Yeah.
I want someone to edit Jesus Take the Wheel over that.
Are we in the screen now?
Alright,
You
yeah.
got the touch.
Bro,
Duh.
here's my
Jesus
thing.
Take the Wheel.
You've got the power.
Talk about Power of the Primes, everyone.
No,
Yeah.
I honestly don't want to.
Da, 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 da,
Oh,
da,
God, not
da, 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 da.
You never walk. You never run.
You never touch little boys.
You're a winner.
kind of a fool.
You're a winner.
You don't know how relevant that was earlier.
You're kind of a fool.
Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs.
Dylan,
So
that
anyway,
was very relevant what Brian just said.
Yes.
All right, yeah.
But
Okay,
anyway.
Anyways.
Yeah, let's keep it calm. There's not really much else to talk about. I pretty much changed my mind about talking about Power of the Primes. It's a good show if you want to watch something, honestly.
Yeah, I think we'll probably do a full stream of by the end of it all.
Honestly, maybe even not. I feel like they're kind of not worth
Really?
sharing about. Not unless it's like,
unless something crazy happens, like Unicron gives birth to Earth.
Because right now it's pretty much your generic Machinima-esque series where it's like, oh, you think
It's
something's
very
gonna
like
happen.
it reminds me very much of like a Shonen Jump anime,
Yeah.
something I was watching in the beginning of like Adult Swim.
Kind of like One Piece.
Yeah, it has a very like for sure like people who made the show have like interest in anime compared to like cartoons.
Yeah.
That's why I'm getting a lot more.
Overlord's gonna die.
Well, we don't know that.
Probably.
Also, spoilers for people who haven't seen it yet.
Come on
I
now.
gotta leave. So, bye guys. It was nice doing this with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, likewise.
Bye.
You want to sign yourself out, or?
Oh, I'm the
Spoiler alert, Victorion sits on Windblade. No, I'm kidding.
Excuse me.
I'm the Fluffy Hub on YouTube or Tyler, whatever. Check out my channel, all that good stuff. Bye.
Later.
Hi.
So, yeah, again, there's not really much to talk about. Speculation-wise, we kind of covered a large majority of what we wanted to discuss. I personally think a large majority of what I said is possibly going to happen. Looking further on the whole, Barricade possibly being the blue car that we saw, the blue convertible on the Bumblebee set. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, his Generation 1 Micromaster toy was a very dark blue, similar to the blue of that convertible. And a lot of people, yes, while they are used to being, seeing Barricade be a cop car, the Transformers physiology in this universe is very different. They can adapt into any shape or form. Because as I mentioned previously, Laserbeak, good example. He transformed into a miniature version of a pink Bumblebee. He transformed into a multi-CD player and a copier machine.
And also a mouse.
When did he? Oh yeah, he did. Oh no, he technically transformed into a mouse / laps or PC.
He was
totally forgot
part
about
of
that.
him was a mouse.
Yeah, that was weird. Now that I wondered, how's that work? Anyway.
The guy was all like, "Buzz, buzz, buzz! I'm being electrocuted by a mouse."
Yeah, there's I'm curious to see what July holds, because obviously we're going to be getting our toy leaks and everything, or who knows, maybe even sooner we might actually get some toy leaks, because Weibo users really like to do that for us. But be careful, you can still get in trouble with that.
We know that we're getting the toys.
We actually I forgot to mention about the Starscream stuff. So today through forums and Twitter, it is announced that Charles Adler is not the voice of Starscream.
Yeah, he's not. And honestly,
0
that
out
does
of
kinda
10.
disappoint me, but at the same time, it's like, it's kind of cool if we get a new voice. However,
Yeah, I mean, I actually, if anything, like I would be surprised if they did that. I mean, I guess it makes it like it's weird that Jess Arnold is doing Barricade, but Charles Adler is not doing Starscream, and a lot of people are speculating that who's the guy that they announced that is doing a voiceover for this movie?
Martin Short.
Yeah, so I guess
Yeah,
like
there's gonna be-
people are saying that it could be him. I mean, like who else could it be unless he's
doubt it.
voicing the girl one?
Yeah, that would be weird. So if Martin Short does voice Starscream, that would be kind of interesting.
As long as he does, the correct the
He
voice.
does well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Megatron!
Yeah, as long as it's higher in tone and
Oh, Megatron! How are
personally-
you?
Personally, and I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate for this. Yes, Steve Bloom is a wonderful Starscream, but I don't think he should do the movie for Starscream unless it's like a total reboot of something.
Mhm.
Honestly, like I would love Charlie Adler. I love Charlie Adler Starscream, and hopefully I get to meet him at Tampa Bay Comic-Con this year. That is, if hurricane season is kind.
Hey, Michael.
And yeah, it does kind of suck that he's not going to be voicing Starscream, but I'm curious to see what the new voice actor will hold.
Hey, Michael.
Yes.
You want a bonus thing to talk about? I don't know if the news just came out, but Transformers Masterpiece Beast Wars Megatron in full colors.
What?
I'm not. I kind of just want
I'm
to talk
looking
about
that
the
up.
movie trailer.
I'm looking
But
at
we're
it.
done with it, and honestly,
We're done. We're
my
done.
nighttime. I think I don't want to really say this out loud, but at the same time, fuck it. My nighttime depression is starting to kick in, so I kind of want to end it here.
Alrighty, sounds good to me.
I want a divorce.
Yeah. Before we sign out, I just want to thank everyone for watching, and also shout out everyone in the live chat. So hello to. Let me go up. Come on. Marvelous Prime, Nacho Supreme, 69. I can't see the previous people who chatted for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I can. Hold on. Oh, I'll do this right. Nope. Okay. Transformers Productions. Prowl 1000. Even though you're already here. Who else? Emosaurus, Neos Prime. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Welcome back. Dank Starscream. Hi. Welcome to the channel, even though you've been subscribed to me for a while and I did not notice. I'm so sorry. How dare you. Ender Sage, hello to you. And anyone else who happens to be watching at this current hour or later on. And also, Brian, hello to you as well. You were also in the live chat. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I do appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed us rambling about a trailer that was only about 2 minutes and 35 seconds long for 2 hours.
We went on it for like an hour and 30 minutes.
Technically 2 hours, maybe even a little longer, but who cares?
Oh gosh.
But yeah, so thank you everyone here for tuning in and for joining me live. I really do appreciate it. Apologies to Mark Creation Studios. No one knew you joined, dude. I'm so sorry. I just wish you would have said something because I didn't even know. Maybe my phone was fucking up and I didn't hear your audio or something, but I'm so sorry, and I will try and get you into the next one. And if you want to be part of TFTC, please, by all means, I'll try and make an announcement a few days beforehand, and I'll reserve spots for you, even though it may not seem fair to most people. Doesn't seem like most people even seem to join TFTC when it comes on. It's like a large, most amount I ever see is like 10 viewers or more. But if anyone ever wants to join, please feel free to contact me ahead of time. And if you're available, if you are not available or you have something to do during said stream, please either mute your mic and remain here and then come back. Or if you think you're gonna be leaving for the night, please leave the stream and let someone else have a turn, because I want everyone to be incorporated in this somehow. And as I always say, if you can't join in the actual stream, please by all means utilize the live chat. You will be acknowledged in some way, shape, or form. And I'm terribly sorry if I've been doing a horrible job at neglecting it. But I do react, and I do reply to you. So please understand that it's just part of the show. I'm sorry if you feel otherwise. But with all that said, let's go ahead and get promotions and sign-outs out of the way. So, Brian, you came here just recently. You have anything you want to share, or, you want to sign out?
I am Optibotanus.
Wow, the Optibotanus here? Oh, I'm so flattered.
TFan page 11, also known as Told Bitoon. Those are my channels. You can go there and subscribe. Anyways, I'm on Twitter and Facebook Transformers fan page. And if you're searching me up on Facebook, I probably won't friend you. Anyways,
Yay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Check out my Discord group, Michael.
I don't do Discord. I'm sorry.
You should. It's fun.
Ryan, I do Discord.
I've been told about that with YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and I still find drama, so I can't trust
Ryan, I do Discords.
My Discord chat, I had a whole call the other day, and all they were doing was farting and burping and making
that sounds yummy.
That's literally what they were doing.
That
sounds yummy.
That's not my type of scene.
Go yum.
It should be.
Any projects you have that are coming up that you want to promote, or not really?
Hold on. What's Up Prime? I'm still working on. Fuck, won't that come up? Okay, there it is.
Misfortune Season 2.
Misfortune Season 2. I got work on.
No, you're skipping Season 2. You're doing Season 3.
Let the man promote his stuff, please, guys.
No, it's fine because I'm trying to pull something up and I can't find it. And then it's not what I'm trying to pull up. Damn it, Michael, you're ruining it.
I know, I ruin everything.
Are you
I
sure
ruin
about
it so
that?
you don't have to. See. Nope.
That reminds me, I wonder if the Nostalgia Critic did anything new recently.
Let's see. Come on.
Who farted?
Sorry.
Who?
Sorry, it
What?
was me.
Dylan.
What?
Hey, extra.
That
What
was
exactly are you trying to pull up, Brian?
After this, you want to call in the UTA?
No.
no.
Let it die.
It is getting really. I might, but I don't know.
When I'm dead ass on, it's just like no.
Oh. Oh yeah, I remember this.
Catching Zeus.
Yeah, I'm
Zeus?
gonna be trying to work on a small stop motion called Catching Zeus.
It's Nitro in it.
Yes, that's who they're catching.
Oh, that's gonna be not good.
Pokemon?
Yeah. Bumblebee's gonna go up with the Pokeball and it's like, I choose you.
And then he could be all like, no.
Anyway, was that
I
it?
play Pokemon.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Alrighty. Prowl, you want to sign yourself out?
Sure,
Wanna
I'm
promote yourself?
Prowl1005 with like 5 accounts in the stream.
Well, technically, you already removed him earlier. Any projects you have that are coming up?
Yeah, Operation Faith and Transformers Ultimate War.
Alrighty.
It's ultimate.
Stockade, you want to promote yourself and sign yourself out?
Sure. I don't really have anything. I have some stop motions I want to do, but I can't really do them right now. So maybe next month when I get back to Florida, yeah, I'll be making some other stuff on the channel. So yeah, go check my channel out. Right now I only have like 2 streams. Yeah, it's dead. But yeah, so thanks for having me on the stream, TFA, and yeah.
You're welcome. Happy to have you. Cyborg, want to sign yourself out, buddy, or promote your stuff?
Yeah, this is Matt or Cyborg Raptor, and I just want to thank you guys for tuning in to our live stream today. And thank you for catching us, and we'll see you again for the next stream.
Yeah, which most likely won't be next week. It'll be a while.
Yeah.
Like I said, TFTCs are not going to be coming as frequently as we want to because you have TFW and Cybertron.com for a reason. You don't really need us.
Like probably expect us again. Either if
the
not,
next thing, like the next time something big in the toys happen or the Bumblebee movie itself happens.
like I see a lot for the dark. Comic-Con. When Comic-Con shows up is probably when we'll see us then.
Yeah. Transform Animality. Want to promote yourself and sign yourself out?
What?
Yeah. My name is Transforming Normality. I am currently getting ready to continue filming episode 3 of Apocalypse. I had a little not that little, but I had a hold up because of the thing, and but I should be starting to begin production tomorrow, hopefully, and it should be out by the end of next week if all goes to plan. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Watch the other 2 episodes if you haven't, and then yeah, also I like cheeseburgers.
I think we all like cheeseburgers.
I hate
Unless you don't,
cheeseburgers,
when
they
you're
suck.
weird.
I'm Iron Man.
Hi, Iron Jesus.
Hi, Jupiter. Jesus.
Hi.
Also, since he's not here, unfortunately, Fluffy Hub, I think you already signed yourself out. I'm not sure though.
He did.
Okay. So then, Explicit, you haven't been on here in a little while. It's good to have you back, dude.
Yep,
Happy to
thanks
actually be
for
in
having
contact with you again.
Yep, thanks for having me, TFA. For the things I'm gonna have next week, hopefully, the 3rd episode of Transformers: The Last Triumph will be out. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you, TFA, for having me.
You're welcome.
Only I can
And
have 3 episodes.
Extra, if you would like to promote yourself and sign yourself out.
Yeah. So yeah, it's me. Remote Pro Animations. Friends call me Extra. Currently working on Power of the Prize Part 2, so stay tuned to my channel for that. Support all these guys. Subscribe to them if you have not already, because they deserve support. So yeah, that's that.
All right, and that only leaves me. However, I have kind of a public service announcement / emotional message to get out of the way. So while this may sound a little rude, I'd like to ask everyone to back out of this and just go into the actual stream and listen, because I kind of need to do this solo, else it's going to get really, really awkward.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And Cyborg, I'm going to ask you to mute and mute your mic as well as your laptop, computer, or whatever, because I don't think you want to really hear all this garbage. So, but I'll message you whenever I'm done.
All right, gotcha. So I'm just gonna I'll mute myself and I'll keep the stream going here.
Yeah, please.
All
Yes,
right,
we all leave.
Yes, please.
See you, my
Get
peeps.
all out of here.
All right.
Oh yeah.
I'll
Mr.
see you guys
Crab,
in the
I'm so
live chat.
excited.
Come on, shoo, get out of here.
Get out!
I'm so excited for Ramjet.
All right.
Visiting hours are over. Get out of
Being
here.
serious. I'm trying to really end all
Yeah.
this. Come on.
And you too, Brian. I don't know if Brian's gonna go or.
I don't know what he's doing. Brian?
Brian? Get out. Shoot.
Don't do that.
I'm just trying to get out of here.
Oh no.
It's like having a dog in your house. You don't want the dog inside, so you're trying to get him out, but you can't.
I
You
don't
don't
want
want
to
this
take
dog.
everything.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah.
I feel like he's preoccupied at the moment, but.
All right. I mean, it's kind of awkward. It'd be awkward if you like make your message and he just pops in like, "Hey, I'm back," and it's like that's why I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah, I'll shoot him a message via.
All right. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna mute myself, and I'll just wait for your message.
Something happened.
All right, go, Brian.
Yeah, I kind of need.
Everyone's getting out of the stream.
Yeah, I need you to back out and just go and actually listen to the stream, because I need to say something.
Okay.
All right, and I'm out of here too. Bye.
All right. Well, you're not out of here, but you're.
Oh yeah, but I'm out. Bye.
All right, fellow addicts. This was honestly a video that I wanted to make as an individual one. However, I feel like this needs to be put in here live, and maybe people may not even watch this full thing till the very end. But this is something I need to get off my chest, and hopefully a large majority of you will understand where I'm coming from in terms of what I want to do for YouTube, as well as where I'm coming from as a human being and individual. For the last 6 years / 7 years now, I have been undergoing tremendous amounts of chronic depression, and I've had situations happen to me where I have had who I believe were friends consistently leave my life, or get tired of me, or fed up with me, or did some shady shit behind my back, and I personally was really hurt and upset that people do that sort of thing. I am consistently feel like I'm consistently drawn into drama of some kind, shape, or form, no matter what it is, and my only response to it is pushing everyone away. And I do that specifically for your protection, because I don't want anyone to feel like they should have to worry about me. I love you guys as my fellow addicts, and I love you guys as my friends and my Transformers loving family, but I'm not a person to really take or accept help, because I feel like when I do and I fail, I let you down, as well as I screw myself over, and I feel even worse about myself. And it's come to a point personally, and I've said this to multiple different people who are my real friends, right? That I am fearful to make videos on YouTube anymore, ever since the issue that happened back in early 2015 or 2014, late 2014. It is honestly an issue that has never escaped my mind. And yes, I know this is the internet. I know people do stuff like that, and it sucks that people do stuff like that. But it's something that never escapes my mind, and that fear and paranoia is always there. And that is truthfully why my content is now not as out as much as I want it to be. Real life is a thing that has been consistently throwing shit in my face and has been very difficult to so much as try to create. I want to be part of the community, but I can't help but feel there's just some sort of anti-TFA group out there. Not the one who I'm specifically referring to, but I just feel like there is a group of people out there in the world who dislike me for just being me. I can understand there are different perspectives from different people who think that what I do is wrong and they think is right and vice versa. But I'm a sensitive individual. I'm not as strong as most people can be. I may be in my 20s, and yes, I might be a little too soft, but I'm just being me. And I've had this overwhelming feel of everything I do is wrong, or people are going to get sick and tired of me, or maybe even people out there wish for my own death. And having that breakdown last night, you know, it got me thinking. What if it's inevitable that people are just going to get sick and tired of me? You know, it's something that always crosses my mind. I try not to dump this sort of thing on you guys, but when I really need to talk to you as, you know, individual people, human beings, not as Transformers addict, as Michael Davis, it becomes very difficult because I'm not one to really talk about my issues unless absolutely necessary. I'm fearful for my life. I'm fearful to do what I love anymore because I feel like something's gonna happen, and I always get this gut feeling that something's gonna happen. It hurts, and I absolutely hate anyone, you know, who has to go through this, and not the person, just I hate the fact that people have to go through this on a consistent basis. It hurts me that people have to go through this sort of thing. It absolutely sucks. I wish that wasn't the case. But we humans are naturally evil in a sense. If that makes any sense. I'm not saying you're all evil. I'm just saying we, just as a human race, you know, just as a species, we undermine one another. We look for, sometimes, you know, we look for each other's downfall. It's just, it happens. That's why there's murderers and rapists and all that garbage. But I want to thank each and every one of you who have stuck by me through the light and the dark, the thick and the thin, and the bright and the gray. I try to do my best, and I try to find that spark to keep going. But honestly, it's not there anymore. It takes you guys to get me to do something. I'm at a point in my life where I feel like it won't matter what I do because I've kept trying and trying and trying, and failure just keeps blooming in my face like a sour plant. I'm getting choked up. I'm sorry. I really mean it when I say I love you guys. I love you guys and girls very much. Having you fans is the greatest feeling in the world. And one day, if at all, I hope I can meet each and every one of you and you can get to know me for me, as opposed to being this fan who is overly obsessed and loving of a franchise that has kept me alive for roughly about 18 to 19 years now, or technically 20 years. It's a powerful thing. And I may not be the kindest person in the world when I'm in a mood, but you know, it's I try to be. Excuse me. It's just very unfortunate that a lot of people go through this sort of thing where they think you have friends, or you think these people were your friend, and then they do something, or they say something, or they act a certain way, and it turns out they're fakes. It's unfortunate that people can be so unnecessarily mean, and just I can't word it any other way. I'm not saying this is going to be my final episode of TFTC or my final video on YouTube, as much as I really, really want to, because this fear is something that I can't get over. A lot of people tell me, well, TFA, you can just ignore it. Or TFA or Michael, you have to keep going or you're going to let them win. I am naturally weak. I'm not strong at all. And I wish I was. I wish I was stronger than a lot of you people out there who have been harassed and bullied. But when you have been harassed and bullied for years on end, and I'm not even talking about just online, I'm talking about in like early middle school, which I have been. I've been called gay. I've been called a faggot for liking Transformers. I've been told to kill myself on several occasions. You know, and when people start leaving your lives, it's really hard to tell who's real without a doubt in your mind. And while I've known a large majority of you for quite some time, Cyborg, Brian, fuck, hold on. Sorry about that. I said I'm getting choked up. You know, Cyborg, Brian, Larry, Dakota, you know, Mason, Crosshairs Productions, all of you guys out there, big and small, high in subscribers or low in subscribers, you guys do mean the world to me. I wish I would talk to you guys more, but I'm afraid of just annoying you by being me. I've ultimately become in this mentality where I think it's wrong to be myself. And it's even led up to a few occasions where I've tried. I've really tried. Last night was one of them. A lot of people get fed up with me hearing, oh, he's trying to kill himself again. Well, when you're unhappy with yourself so much and you just break down and black out and you don't know what you're doing, shit happens. I really didn't want to make this an individual video because I feel like some people out there who dislike me will see it and they'll just probably talk shit about me behind my back or something. I don't know. I'm a very paranoid individual. I'm a very complex individual. I want to keep the friends that I have by just being me. I want people to believe me when I say I am trying my hardest. And I would love to get rid of this fear, but I can't. I don't know how all of you do it, but I wish I had that type of integrity and self-esteem and courage. Because as far as I'm concerned, I really don't have it. And it's just every day I'm just stuck like this. And even if I feel like I want to try to go get help, I feel like they won't care. They're just going to pump me full of medication. And it's just have me go through therapy with someone I barely even know. And it's a hell of a ride. It's like a roller coaster with endless bumps. Or like an airplane being stable in the air and then slowly tilting upward horizontally and then just going straight down, crash and burn style. And that's pretty much what happened. I want to create videos on YouTube again, but I can't, knowing that there are people out there who can use those videos to their advantage and make me appear as though I'm some bad guy when I'm just trying to be me. I know I keep promising Infinite Chaos is going to come out. I know I keep promising Studio Series stop motion battles and reviews are going to be coming out. Third party reviews. Foreseen Future. United Warriors. Yeah, I know. And I'm sorry I let you guys down like that on multiple levels. It hurts. Because if I can't keep a word to myself, who can I keep a word to? This is all something I've wanted to say for quite some time. Not for attention seeking, because I know there are those type of assholes. Sorry, I know there are those type of assholes out there who will think that. And shame on you for trying to think that. Like, honestly, you know who you are. If you watch this video and I know who you are and you're gonna be that type of person, fuck off. Get out of here. I don't need your toxicity and I don't need your negativity. I have enough of that shit on a daily basis. I genuinely wish I really continue to have that type of courage to make videos again. I've honestly been tempting to go down and take my video reviews that I recently made down because you know, I just, I can't talk about this privately. I try to, but I just feel like I'm burdening people and I feel like I'm doing that to you guys right now. But I'm sorry. There's nothing else I can do. I can't afford help. There's no way. It doesn't help matters that I'm not able to get a job despite the fact I'm trying. It's not helping matters that my parents could die at any moment, and that's always on my mind. Doesn't help I'm stuck in a state that I absolutely despise when I want to be back home in Pennsylvania. I had a dream the other night where I was in my old house, photographic memory, and it lasted a good while until I tossed and turned and I woke up and I bawled. And I'm just destroyed. I am physically, emotionally, and mentally destroyed. I can't enjoy this hobby anymore. I love talking to you guys about Transformers, but even then I feel like, okay, you need to shut the fuck up about them. People always don't want to talk about them, and neither do you. I can't pick up my toys and play with them. I can't even find new ones in my store. When toy hunting is supposed to be a fun hobby and it's become a stressor, I can't even enjoy that. I have to go online and pay overprice. Brian, I've technically wanted to talk about this in TFIA, but I didn't want to bum out Larry and Dakota and Zat and everyone else in there. I kept quiet. I've always been told, you have a voice, use it. But what I say can also cause damage and can even possibly risk friendships. And if there's one thing in this world that I absolutely fear, it's being alone in this world. And that's something I hope to never, never encounter. So please understand, I am a human being. I have bad days. I have bad weeks. I have bad months and bad years. And sometimes I just don't have that will to fight. And honestly, even right now, it's hard for me to say, I just want to go to sleep. And I'm not talking about resting overnight. I mean gone. I am so sorry that I had to dump this guy on you guys. But there's nothing else I can do. I want my life to get better, but I can't. Chester Bennington's song from Linkin Park pretty much summed it out. In the end, it really doesn't matter. I'm just going to say, don't worry about me. Don't be fearful about what's going to happen. What happens, happens. If, I'll still be here, but I've lost my will to fight. And I can't even say I want to return to YouTube. As much as I love doing this, I just have this gut feeling those people are going to come back, or someone new is going to arise, and it's only just going to destroy what's left of me. Because I am not a bad person. I was raised by two incredible people who were just my grandparents, who then I knew, and the bond transcended to be my parents. They taught me to be a young gentleman. They taught me to be kind. They taught me to be respectful. And granted, I'm not exactly that now among you guys, because you guys are my friends, and when that happens, I talk to you guys like this. It's just me talking to you as friends. When I'm with my parents, it's different. I don't know what else I can really say. I felt this way ever since I left high school. And that was 2 years ago. I felt this way when the situation happened and when the people I thought were my friends left. And it stings. They always cross my mind somehow. I can't even go on YouTube without looking, seeing them. Or I can't even go on Facebook without remembering the people I did lose through time. And I don't know. I want to continue what I do, but the spark's not there. And that's pretty much what makes me feel alive. But right now, I'm dead inside. Like I told Cyborg and I told everyone on Instagram who was tuned into my streams, I'm just going through the motions. I don't care about myself. I've never cared about myself ever since high school, because that's my only accomplishment. That's what I have to show for. That's just as good as anyone else. When it comes to YouTube, there are so many more talented people out there than me. I think I'm going to probably put the plan back in motion to where one of my co-admins might take over the channel and I might be done. Because I'm not going to win. This is a daily thing for me. I'm so much as fearful to open up YouTube and watch a video or leave a comment. I'm just that shadow that you never notice. So all 1,481 of you, first off, thank you all very much for your continuous amount of love and support. I will never forget everything that you have done for me. I will never forget the bonds that I had and have to this very day. And I will never forget what this franchise and what this fan base has done for me for the many years that I've been part of. Maybe I need some more time to think. Or maybe this really is it. I guess we'll just wait and see. Because I genuinely don't know. Anyway, my fellow addicts, that's pretty much all I have to say for right now. So please, you know, stay tuned for whatever the future holds. And as always, please remember, hopefully, until next time, to get addicted, stay addicted, and TF addicts for life. This is TFA 1024, the Transformers Addict, rolling out. Peace.